Hey everybody, I hope you can hear me good. And let's see. It's been one of those days. If any of you have launched a Kickstarter, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It seems like everything that could go wrong does go wrong. It's Murphy's Law in full effect. Let's see. Seriously. There you are. You're starting to come in. Oh, what's up, D? Man, I have been a ball of nerves today. What's up, Jason? Dan? It's good to have all you guys in here. Yeah, we're fixing to get this party started. Uh, Let me see here real quick. Excuse the big thumb. Let's see. Dan, there he is. There's the man. What's up, big bro?
What's up?
Man, it's been a day. That's that's
Yeah, I
about
can
all I can
imagine.
say about it. Yeah,
I can
you know
imagine.
all too well. Exactly. Hey, can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can
These
hear
these damn these damn buds like to take a shit on me in the most
you. Yeah,
inopportune time.
that's what mine do too.
But yeah, man,
Uh,
I'm super
I,
stoked
I
for this thing.
I just posted it. I just got up here. I posted a thing. I was like, did I miss the live? Because I didn't say. I know you talked about going a little earlier, so
Yeah,
I thought I missed
man.
it.
Yeah, I was planning on doing something else, and I was going to go for my PC and realized I needed to download some software to do that. So I had to scramble and get my phone all rigged up, and I hadn't put it on charge. So yeah, scrambling, trying to get everything plugged in, tripod set up, all that
Oh,
good
what's up,
shit.
Darius? What's up, man?
What's
Mm.
up,
All
Darius?
right.
But yeah, man, it's been a nut house around here today for sure.
I hear you. I hear
Yeah, I woke up super early, uh, finished up some stuff on the campaign, double checked everything. You know how it is. Started making a few ads, worked on the book a little bit, just trying to get some finishing touches on everything. Yeah,
you. So you just got back on shore, right?
yeah. I got in late
Yeah.
Tuesday. I would have been
Yeah.
in fairly early Tuesday, but the weather was extremely bad coming through, and luckily we got home at all because it was looking kind of iffy there for a little bit.
There you go. All right, so I just sent this to the wrong chat. I sent it to the old SSB chat. Yeah, whatever.
Let me. Jerry told me how to do this. Let me see if I can figure it out real quick. How to pin something. Let
Yeah,
me
I'm
see.
not sure. I gotta try that on my next live too. I don't know what I'm gonna pin. Maybe I'll pin Resurgence is taking forever. Maybe I'll pin that one. So
Oh, hey
I'm
man,
so
everything I've seen is looking incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty much the colorist right now. He's it's in his hands most of it right now. So
Yeah, that's. I know you'd finished up a little while back,
yeah, I mean
pretty
I'm
much.
inking, I'm inking, but he's down in the first portion of the book. So the inking I'm doing is doesn't impact anything for what he's doing right now. So getting there soon enough.
Trying to figure this out. Okay, that's not going to work.
Thank you, Dan. I am trying. I am doing my
Oh
best.
man,
I like to believe this art is better than my first book.
dude, you've been
That's going
killing it.
anyway. Trying. I could tell you it's a lot more gory in the first book, and the first book had a lot of, had some blood in it, but this one's like
Well, see
way
that
worse.
I hadn't seen the first book yet. I'm waiting on everything to come in. Well,
Yeah.
I've seen pieces of it from the PDF. You've
Yeah.
seen pieces, but yeah, it's oh man, this one you took it to a whole another level of brutality, man.
Yeah,
It's awesome, awesome.
kind of, I kind of found my groove with this one. So, but we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you. So,
Hold on, I got some guys want to come in here. Let me get this guy in. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, there he is.
so man,
Keith,
What's
you
going
know
on?
Jason, Jason, Keith,
yeah, we know you.
and hold
Yeah,
on,
We met once.
got one more. Hold on, let's see. Let me get this guy in, and we'll just we'll swap out from here every once
yeah,
in a
that's fine.
while. Yeah.
I got about 15, 20 minutes. So,
Where is this
yeah.
stupid?
Wow. Where are we at?
Man, they'll let anybody in
Full
this
house.
damn place.
Oh
Yeah,
man, look,
there's like
he brought the damn gun show.
yeah,
I just got back from the gym.
I hear you,
Yeah, me
buddy.
too.
yeah,
I
same.
need to get my ass in the gym. Hell, telling you.
I did. Me too. I posted a picture, a throwback picture from like 2018, and I was instantly upset with myself. I saw it, I'm like, God damn it.
That's funny.
Put it up there, I'm like, Jesus, where is that guy? It's not even that long ago.
Man, dude,
Fucking COVID.
yeah, no doubt, man. COVID. Well, I had it a
Yeah.
year ago. I was starting to get on track and lose a little. Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on COVID. I'm gonna
There
blame
you
it
go.
on
Yeah, of
fucking
course.
COVID, dude. Yep.
Quarantine made me fat.
Yeah. All I could
Yeah,
do was sit around and eat.
it wasn't
There was
beer.
nothing else to do. Yeah, it wasn't all the food I ate during quarantine or
It was never
whatever.
40s. It was COVID.
It was COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell, they blame everything else on COVID. We might as well
As I said,
blame the weight gain on it.
it's a perfect scapegoat.
Yeah. But yeah, every time I thought about getting in the gym, well, I caught it a year ago, and that took the wind out of my sails. And then I caught it again this year about the same time, and it turned into fucking pneumonia. And,
You
you
caught
know,
COVID twice?
yeah, about a year apart. And I was fully vaccinated when I caught it the second time.
Yeah.
And it was actually worse.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, Jerry, this isn't about your Kickstarter. This is actually an intervention.
Yeah,
You
we
need to
didn't
join
want
the
to tell you.
gym.
We didn't want to tell you.
Hey, fat ass, you need to lose some fucking weight. Yeah, we just brought, man, you're just fucking fat, and we need to do something about that.
We've seen.
It's all for you, though, Jerry. It's for you. We're
That's
worried
right.
about your health.
Yeah, I had COVID for, I want to say 3 weeks. And then I just never got rid of it. I still have heart things. I still have breathing things. And then I still can't taste or smell going on 2 years.
Man,
So-
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can catch it again because I still technically have it.
Yeah, antibodies. Yeah, that's right. Only
I'm
still
telling
experiencing symptoms. Yeah.
It's weird how it works, man. I mean, after I caught it the first time, and I've told some of y'all this, you know, the taste is fine. Smell comes and goes. I'll have like fucking super smell for like maybe a week, and then I might not smell anything for 2 months. It's crazy. It just
Wish.
comes and goes as it pleases.
I haven't had other than the taste that like I've had this terrible onion taste, like it's a
Yeah,
burnt
I had
onion.
Yeah.
That's about everything that I enjoy: pasta, peanut butter, even like some chicken, most potato chips. Really,
wow.
anything outside of the only thing that actually has a taste is Sour Patch Kids taste very burning sour. That's it.
Oh wow.
Yep.
That
Everything
kind of
else is like
sucked, dude.
either no taste or tastes like shit.
Yeah.
That,
When I
that
did,
doesn't
go
that doesn't
ahead,
stop me
Joe.
from eating. Doesn't stop me from eating though.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
No, I
I
still
remember
eat.
watching this guy shove food in his mouth. He's like, I can't eat
Oh, it tastes like shit, but I gotta have.
I mean, he said
Cheetos.
it's
He's like, man, these
absolutely
Cheetos taste
terrible.
like shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like the
he
guy
said
at the
it's absolutely
restaurant.
terrible, and
You
I will
know.
shove that down my mouth in a heartbeat.
Because you're like, I
Yeah.
remember what it used to taste like.
I think about what well, the thing is, I don't really remember now, but
Yeah.
I always tell myself, I know I like this, so I'm gonna eat it. Except peanut butter. Peanut butter is unbearable. I've tried it, and
Wow.
it's unbearable, which is like super depressing
Yeah,
because
that's depressing. I would probably throw myself off a cliff if that was the
well,
case.
working out, a tablespoon of peanut butter is like my post workout, and then
Wait, you
peanut
work
butter
out?
and jelly is like my go-to
That goes
like
to gym?
midnight snack. I can't even eat it anymore. It's terrible.
Hell, some folks just, it's DNA, man. It's in them. They don't have to
Yeah,
work
it's
for
awesome.
it. They just
No,
get out of
yeah.
bed and boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
that's
You
right.
know,
That's him. He doesn't even go to the
that,
gym. He just
that
looks like that.
that's, yep. He's
I
just
almost put
fucking with
names
us,
back
trying
up.
to make us feel better.
That's what it is.
Where's Dennis?
Yeah.
Where's Dennis? I need Swolentian.
Yeah.
We jump on him too, buddy. Oh man.
He was actually at my house today.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, he
I
only
hadn't
lives
talked to Dennis in a while. I mean, we've chatted, but I haven't actually got to talk to him a little bit.
we're doing a con this weekend, and I was going to go down Saturday and Sunday with him, but I have a wedding Saturday, so he's bringing my stuff with him Saturday, and then I'm going to show up Sunday and hang out. So
Okay, that's cool, man. Damn, I wish I lived closer to you guys.
Where do y'all
Well,
live?
you live a lot closer to them than you do me.
yeah, I'm in North Carolina. I don't know, where are you at?
Yeah.
Mississippi.
He's in
Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Mississippi.
Keith, where are you from?
I'm from Connecticut, but I'm in the Old West right now,
I'm originally
Okay.
from Connecticut.
California.
California.
Wait, you moved from Connecticut to California?
Yeah,
What part
a
of
long time
Connecticut?
ago. I was living in Branford, East Haven, born in Derby.
Oh, I was born in New Haven, raised in Clinton.
Oh, neighbor.
Oh, wow. Low,
Yeah, like
hey,
20 minutes apart.
they're going to find out they're first cousins before it's over with.
Yeah, right.
Maybe
That's
second
coming next.
cousins.
Yeah.
So when I was in high school, I was actually at a buddy of mine's house, and we had just gone paintballing. We were cleaning our guns, and his brother comes in with a good friend of his, and we're all talking, and he's talking about his mom, and I was like, oh, that's my aunt's name. And we were cousins. We hadn't seen each
wow.
other since we were like babies.
Wow.
And we were just talking about our family. I was like, that's weird. Like, your last name is the same as my family, and I'm pretty sure my family's the only Garinos in this area. And he was like, oh, like, so we started going through the family line. It's like, oh, your mom's my aunt. It's like crazy. So
Wow.
it was really weird. We were like sitting there, like cleaning guns together, and then we're like, oh, we're related.
Yeah, I was in.
So, Jason, my mom was a pharaoh before she married my dad. And
But the funny thing is, in the town I live in, like my family founded the town, right? And so
Wow.
they're like one of the
That's
first
cool.
families in the area. Yeah, it's not really. I have nothing to show for it. But anyway,
Parade.
we made some really poor decisions over those couple hundred years. But anyway, So that happens to me all the time. Like I'll run into people, and because there was only a certain amount of families that were here, that like their cousins or they're like third cousins or they're married into yeah, it's I get it. It's a real pain in the ass because you don't realize. Like when I got married, I had to make sure that I married someone from North Jersey, so there was no, so there
Right,
was no,
right.
Yeah,
there
that
was
makes sense.
no, yeah,
Completely
anybody around,
understand, man.
yeah, anywhere in this area, I'd be like, oh, I don't know, we might be related. But it's
Yeah.
not frowned upon here, so it's fine.
So
Hey,
Jerry,
at
Mm.
least
when are you
your
launching this
family did
Kickstarter?
found the town. So, and
Man, I'm
they do have
fixing to
Yeah,
do it.
cider.
right.
I'm glad you
Anything
brought that
goes.
up.
Let me make the. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, because I gotta
you
get
know,
my
I,
damn
Cider
computer
City.
up here.
Let me jump
yeah,
over
I got.
here and take care of that.
Yeah, you want to just launch it, just cold. Chris will walk you through a cold start if you want. I mean,
It's
Hey
like,
now,
whoops. Oh, we're live. Hold on, man.
I've done really good in my last two Kickstarters. You leave me alone.
that's true.
You have, man. You killed it.
Mm,
Well, aside from that, I mean, my last two Kickstarters I actually promoted and launched on time.
that's right.
Before they would just launch themselves randomly. There was actually when
Oh,
I had
wow.
COVID, I launched one and Jason was on the phone with me. I was like, "Fuck! It just launched."
Well, you were delirious then, so you didn't know what you're pressing anyway. So.
Yeah, I was shipping books over to Ireland, and they were getting drug underwater. And
That story's the best.
that's my favorite one. I'm glad he disappeared.
He really did disappear. It happens. This business not cut out for everybody. Everybody wants to be a creator until it's time to do creator shit and like create. Like it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is hard. I don't want to do this anymore. It's a lot of work. Yeah,
The
especially when you got to
best.
pay people. It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
Everybody loves artists until it's time to pay
Yeah,
them.
exactly. That's exactly right. Or I love when you'll see that when you're at a con, somebody's like, oh, I could draw that. I'm like, can you? Where's your fucking table?
Oh
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah, like, that's my
I
favorite.
I had my
I
con
could draw that.
experience like
Yep.
back in 2006, 8, 9. I was in San Diego on the other, you know, with some indie books in the small press area. So I got in there right before it all turned Hollywood. It was just
Yeah.
starting to inch that way.
Yeah, people like they'll come up to your table and they just like I'm like you like or why does it cost so much? I'm like, I don't know, because it was fucking 4 months of my life. That's why. That's why it cost so much.
Yeah.
People are just
Dude, they
they're
have
so
made some
flippant.
updates to Kickstarter this go around. I don't know if you run into this, Chris. Actually, when I first started putting my tiers together, less than a month ago, they didn't even have this. So this is something totally
Exactly,
new.
Darius. Exactly. Darius, like if you can draw that, show me right now. That's right. God, here's a pen and paper. Go for it.
All right, I'm on Kickstarter right now. I'm
Yeah, me
looking
too. I'm floating
for
around. I'm on my saved
Dude,
projects.
I am trying to get this thing up.
I keep
All
refreshing it.
right, let's try this again. One more time.
Cherry.
And let's see.
There you go.
There
Let's
we
go.
go.
Hey,
There we
let's
go.
fucking
She's
go.
live.
Let's go. Come on, number one. Chris probably already got number one because he's a dirtbag.
no, somebody messaged me on here.
Created 3.
But yeah, they made some updates. They've changed a few things, especially in the rewards. You have to go in and it, like I said, it didn't do this the other day when I was actually first started putting the rewards together. This just got added in, I guess, while I was going to work. And I noticed it this morning when I was double checking everything. When I left, it showed up everything was ready on the campaign. I get home, it's showing not complete on the rewards. So I
Yeah,
go
they get.
back in, and you got to go into each reward, and it'll ask you, is it
Yep. Yep.
physical? Yeah, that's new to me from the last campaign. They didn't have that complicated shit.
Nah, it's all complicated shit now. They did make some positive updates with it, though. Like, I noticed
They
when I built
did.
this one as opposed to my first one, it was way smoother.
Oh yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot more user friendly this go
Yeah.
around. Other than that one little thing, that one kind of threw me a little bit. As y'all just seen, everybody that's in there.
You got
Took me a minute.
add-on? Did you do add-ons for this?
Yeah, I've got I've got the one add-on, and I last
Okay.
time I made a little. I think it was confusing because I put every single tier. I went in and put it as an add-on also, and I had some
Well,
complaints from people.
that's what I noticed with building this one as opposed to my last one. The add-on section was incredibly simpler now. Like, it would show you if it's a
Yeah,
digital add-on, it goes just to digital tiers, or you can add
right,
it to physical tiers too. If it's a physical tier, it only goes to physical tiers.
right.
Someone digital can't pick up a physical book. So it was well, I guess they probably could, but it was just the way it was streamlined was it was easier. Because the other time for when I did my first book, the add-on scared the shit out of me because they didn't make any damn sense. And
It really
but
did.
this one was good, and I got a lot of my pledge. A lot of people use the add-ons on this one, so I'll never not do it now.
Yeah,
Oh, I love it. I don't know where it's at.
It is where it's at. It's where
If you
you
want
get.
to customize their tiers.
Yep.
right.
Yeah, I had this. I'm gonna get this. Used a. Yeah, you're doing good, man. Yeah, boy. Yeah, son. You got a postage.
I have backed
Get a
it. Send out a little message to my backer.
Yep. Yep. Backed it. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have access. I'll have to do that. Have to right now.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll definitely share.
coming out of the gate strong.
Yeah, you're doing great. Yeah, absolutely. And that's a good modest budget too. It's good. Good shit, man. Good shit.
Like I told Chris, I went a little higher with this one.
What? It says that you have 23 days to this. Did you notice that?
What?
It says on mine. It
No,
says 23 days to go. Chris, what's it say on yours?
sure
It says
does.
23.
Hold on.
Oh wow.
That's a.
May
That's
2nd,
impossible.
23 days. Yeah, mine
Oh,
says 23 days
Was
as
it
well.
live for a few days?
Did you put a date in? Did you put an end
I
date?
did.
That's
Yeah.
what happened. It counted
Yeah.
because it didn't count the days per month. Because if you just put 30 days, it'll pick the end date for you.
I got you.
That's all right. You're gonna hit that and then some. You're fine. Plus, honestly, we've all done Kickstarters, right? So 24 days ain't bad. Because it's such a pain in the ass.
Oh,
What a ride. What a ride.
gotta love it,
I
dude.
mean, that's all
I
right. Like I said,
I could have swore I went in and clicked the 30 days. I could have swore I did that. But
well,
who knows?
it's almost
done now.
30 days. So it's close
Yeah,
enough.
it's in the neighborhood, in the
Yeah, you're
ballpark.
You'll hit, yeah, like I said, you'll hit that goal and then some, no problem. Make
Yeah,
sure-
Dan, no doubt. Dan said you'll be sick of it by 22. Well, more
Yeah.
like
Yeah, well, see,
15.
that's exactly what I'm saying. Like after like day 20, you're like, fuck, is this thing over? Like,
Yeah,
you just want it done.
that and you feel like you're aggravating the shit out of everybody throwing ads up every day. That
You are,
You know.
and then plus
Yeah.
it clouds your feed. Your feed stops being about,
Right.
whatever your art or whatever it is, and it's just all promotion
Yeah,
for your Kickstarter.
yeah.
No,
It
it's
just
definitely
kind of
sucks.
it kind of bogs everything down for the whole time of the campaign. But hey, you got to do it. I mean, shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, that early bird's pretty popular.
Oh, they're tearing it up.
Yeah.
Think it
You
around.
know,
Backers.
go in and make all your covers as add-ons.
Yeah, because I definitely want to get the first, the second and third, the last two books too. Because you have a catch-up bundle,
Yeah,
but I like one of your tiers more
I got you.
than that because I really want the other two titles. Like
Right.
So what you get, you don't have to do it now. You can change it at any time you want.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can
I'll
go-
go
you can
in
go in
and
and
I can go
modify
in
it,
and
yeah.
change them to add-ons. I'll do
And
that.
you can turn around and say to everybody like, hey, put a thing out and say, hey, this is, we changed our add-ons now, so you can add anything or this or that to your bundles
Right.
now.
Just do an
So,
update and let everybody know.
yeah,
That's
that's
what.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'd be surprised. Chris did it in his, and he did a couple of different things, and he had he had a lot more attention. A lot of people just gravitate toward there's something to, because it's hard to guess what everyone wants, but you got to try to, uh, you want to try to just make sure it's there. So people can,
Right.
like Chris said,
Right.
create their own tier. And
Most of my stuff was add-ons. Like most of my
mine too.
funding was add-ons.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I was surprised, honestly, how popular the add-on section was.
People want to customize their stuff. I had people asking if I could add more of the add-ons because there was a couple things I didn't have in there. So
Yeah.
Me too.
I watched a couple campaigns here recently. They would have add-ons that you could unlock as you went along. I thought that was
Yeah,
just,
there's that. I've seen
they
this
keep
too.
the
I have
momentum
seen it.
going. Once they reach a certain point,
That's actually
they
not a
had
bad
stretch
idea.
goals. They had
Yeah.
stretch goals, but they had add-ons that would unlock too and be joined in to the campaign as you went on, 2 weeks.
That is not a terrible idea.
yeah,
I was like, wait a minute, that's actually pretty damn genius.
Yeah. I thought so. I mean, it kept the
Yeah.
momentum going because he always
Well,
kept something fresh in the campaign.
and that's the thing. You keep like one of your variant covers on the back burner just for that.
Right.
You
And
know what I
just
mean?
wow.
Put it as an add-on. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea. I might actually consider that. That's a really good idea.
What's up, Mo? We got Mo in
Oh,
here.
Mo,
what's up,
dude? Mo? Got Bruce 13's in here.
Let's see.
All right. Killing it, man. You're doing good. This is not getting some.
I just sent out a message to some of my backers too to check your stuff out.
I'm stealing that cover thing.
No,
Dan said, I'm stealing that cover thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Listen,
I'm
this
doing
is
it
why
this campaign.
this is why this is indie comics. We all learn from each other. So
That's
there's no
right.
stealing because we're all here to try to succeed. So
Lifting each other up.
Especially for my next book I got, considering like I think that's a fantastic idea. That is a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, John. Hey, John, don't run off. I want to get you in here in just a little bit, buddy. That's Old Man Comics.
Yeah.
That is a
John
cool son of a gun. Yeah, we're going to get your sexy ass in here, John.
So you're 1/3 funded.
I'm going to bounce and maybe let John in.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, don't run off.
I'll be
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
All right.
Hey, dude.
See you later, man.
Let me pop John in. Let me get him.
It's Chris and I forced him out here. Chris and I talk so goddamn much that like,
I'm over
we
here
just
trying
over
to
talk.
stuff for him, send stuff out to get more.
Oh, so it's just me doing all the talking? Well, damn. Sorry, Keith.
Yeah, nothing new there.
There he is.
Hey, boys.
There's that sexy son gun.
Oh,
I got
man.
bad lighting. I need somebody
That's all
to
right.
come in and do my lighting.
And you still look that good in that lighting. I'm telling you, buddy.
I need a little brighter lighting so I can look like Jason.
No, geez, you don't want to look like me. You look fine. Trust me.
Hey,
You look like
congratulations.
Listen, John,
Thank
this
you,
is
buddy.
what happens when you have this much light. You look like 30 miles of bad road.
Yeah.
So you just keep it the way you have it.
I'm gonna keep it
I'm actually probably gonna.
blurry. Good and blurry.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
But Jerry, congratulations.
Thank you, John.
Looks like
Hey,
yeah.
man. I appreciate you coming on, buddy. How you been doing?
Good. Fighting some COVID and stuff, but we're good now.
That's good, man. That's
fantastic.
fantastic. Yeah, I know. You told me y'all were down for a good little bit.
Yeah. My wife and I both had it, and then her mom got it and died from it. So that was kind of.
Jeez.
Damn.
Again, sorry to hear about that again,
that was
John.
just out of the blue too. But everything's
Sorry
good.
for y'all's loss, John.
Yeah, but Everything's good now. I'm
That's
just
good,
glad
brother.
that your book's finally up for being funded.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
it took long
gonna
enough,
kill this.
didn't
It's been a long haul, hasn't it?
it? Man, I'm telling you. Well, I was thinking about launching as early as like February, and then I caught COVID myself, and that kind of shit all over that. But here we go. So,
Yeah.
I don't even. I like maybe 10 pages of line work. Um, I've already started on the colors. I usually wait, or I try to wait, but I get a little bored with it, and I like to bounce back and forth.
Are you
You
coloring
got
your
you
own?
got.
Are you coloring
Huh?
your own? Are you coloring it yourself?
Oh yeah, yeah. I do all my stuff. The only thing that my daughter co-writes with me.
Yeah,
Everything else is all me, buddy.
that's good.
That's cool. I didn't know your daughter was in on it with you.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
I think I
She
think you mentioned that during one
It
of
was
our
kind of
live
her
draws.
idea in a way, wasn't it? Wasn't it kind of her and you?
Dan. Well, I've been sitting on the main plot since high school, and she kind of helped me come in. Well, she come in. She said, "Dad, you draw this thing. I'll help you write it." And we sat down and we started putting it all together. And some of the best twists in the story were her idea.
Yeah,
You know,
That's how
I
it is.
had
Yeah, man.
I had one direction that I was going with, and she was like, "Well, what if we try this?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome. We got to do that." And then we're constantly bouncing stuff off of each other, and I'll be like, "Well, here's where I want to go with this." She said, "Well, I like that, but what if you did it like this?" It just gives it that funky little twist, and
right.
I mean, it's just man, it's magic.
I
She's
have tips
brilliant.
for that. Chris is like my daughter, but I have
Oh
tips for that.
shit! Oh wow!
I didn't mean it like
It
that.
always goes to the dark place.
All right,
Oh.
all right, my son. But yeah, it's like I call him. He's
Oh,
literally.
You can't do
He's
yourself out of that one.
Listen.
Oh,
Hey, I have 4 daughters. Why not 5?
there you go. There you
It's
go.
2022, right? Yeah. I can be
Yeah.
Those guns and pigtails, I'm
That's
telling
what I
you,
did
buddy.
chess tonight, just so I can build up.
But anyway, he's done that for me
Damn.
too. Like I said something, he goes, "Well, what if you did this?" I'm like, "Oh my god, that's a better idea because you're hearing
Yeah.
it bouncing off someone else." And I've done
Right.
the same for him. I like to believe, and so sometimes it's just another fresh eyes on it or another perspective
Yeah.
is like usually usually you get really good really some solid gold out of that. So
Oh,
It's
yeah.
always good to
You're
have someone there to bounce your ideas off of.
right.
agree.
Yeah.
Well, we have our obviously the SSB is a perfect example of that, but
Yeah.
Well,
It
I think we
starts working in a vacuum. It really does.
When I
Yeah.
see you this year, Dennis,
There he is.
we need to get a picture, a father and daughter picture.
We'll
Hey,
do shirts. Hey, put them on the Savage Sandbox.
I already have a picture, father and daughter. We took it when you were down here when you stopped and visited me in the summer. So
Yeah.
I have that. So I'll put it up later.
Oh, yeah. You've got to post it, bro.
I posted before. It's just him and I. We're on a
Are you like patting him on? You got any around him? Got him hugged up?
Well, I could. He the size difference between him and I could actually wear him in a Bjorn if I wanted to. So I could, but
Damn.
no.
Oh, wow.
No, it's not. It's not his fault. It's not his
It's
fault.
not, yeah, it's not his fault.
I'm just taller than him, so that's all.
I'm as tall as a 12-year-old girl is what you're saying. Thank you. I appreciate
I didn't say that. I mean, you and
Damn.
Gabrielle are the same height, but anyway, so.
Wow.
But it's not your
Never
fault.
living that one down. Never living that one down.
I didn't say anything. I don't know how we even got down this track. This is. I don't know why we're
Because
here.
you said Chris is like my daughter.
Chris is like my daughter. That's what, yeah, you said that. Chris is like my daughter.
Okay, well.
Oh, yeah, that was all you, buddy.
I was, yeah, but I was metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
Talking about,
Oh.
the interaction of bouncing something off somewhere.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Wow.
Yeah, when
That
I
was
see you
great.
this summer, we're going to do a father-daughter dance.
Oh man. Hey, you're at 422, buddy. 11
Yeah,
back
you're
to
doing great,
Oh,
422.
Joe.
wow.
Great, Joe. You're
Yep,
killing it.
Oh, wow, man.
over halfway there.
Let's change. Yeah, you're getting there.
Damn.
Doing a great
Wow,
job.
that
So,
was great.
Killing it,
John,
man.
the strip. Man, when are you going to start posting some more stuff on your strips?
I don't know.
Yeah, John's
I've hit,
strips are awesome.
sometimes you
They
hit
are.
those things where you just can't do anything. I'm gonna get
Right.
back into it, but I don't know. It's just gonna take a
Dude.
while to get back into it. It's more work than people think.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
sure.
I
yeah.
mean, you guys know, but I mean, trying to put
Yeah.
things down in 3 panels is a little tricky too. And
Oh,
then I've
yeah.
had some people that have been asking me to do some of those vines, those little magazines,
Yeah.
zines, I think they call them or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
zines, mini
Yeah.
comics, or
I've got some
flip
people
book.
from California wanting me to do something, but I just haven't got to it.
That'd be
Dude,
cool, actually.
those things are solid gold, man. They
Yeah,
really
but
are.
And if you do if you do it, you have I'm telling you right now, you have my permission to do the one that you did with the Convictor, because I absolutely love that one. So
was
you
that was
absolutely could use
badass.
that for any material, obviously. So
it's just if you the subject stuff, I mean, if you look at those zines or whatever they call them, it's all a lot of wild stuff that I'm not really that into. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to
yeah.
get your subject down. So we'll see.
Right.
I mean, I'm not
You
really.
know,
I don't draw a lot of nudity and stuff like that. And sometimes those
Oh,
things,
you don't. Yeah, you ain't got to
no,
do that, man.
yeah,
you know what you do? I would just combine all your strips that you have done
John.
into
yeah.
I mean, it worked for like the Far Side and those kind of,
Yeah, well,
those kind of
I've got a
Calvin
lot of
Hobbes and
stuff.
stuff.
'Cause I'm kind
Yeah,
of like you. I have a lot of my stuff from when I was in college and stuff too.
yeah. I mean, put it
That's
all
awesome.
together. Absolutely, that
Yeah.
would be epic to see the
Just do a
journey.
collection.
Well,
Yeah,
my
for real.
daughter, she's a big artist too, and I'm trying to get her to do it all and put it on an iPad, and so it's a lot easier for all of us. And then
Right,
she
right.
cleaned it up on her iPad and stuff like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
That way it'd be a lot easier. I'm getting
Yeah,
to
that'd
it
be cool though.
this summer.
That would be badass.
Yeah,
This summer.
definitely.
But,
Hey, Jerry, I'm gonna
Yeah.
get some dinner since I jumped on right after I got home from the gym. I'm gonna let one of these guys, because we got Dan in
Jim.
here, we got Dennis just showed up. I'll let one of these guys jump in. I'm gonna get some
Gotcha,
food and
buddy.
watch your.
Hey, man, I
watch your
appreciate you
campaign.
jumping in and
He's like,
even putting
he's
up
gonna
with
get,
all the shit out of Jason. I
he's
appreciate
gonna,
you, buddy.
I've
he's
been dealing
used
with
to it.
Jason forever.
He's gonna get some food, but then he's also gonna send me a message aside calling me a jerk. So that's what's really gonna happen.
No, I
Just
won't
all
see
you
you
gotta
nothing
do is just
inside. We just know
ask.
you're a jerk. You called me a little girl.
He called you his little girl.
I can't. You didn't even call me
I
a
said,
little
no,
girl. You called me your little girl.
I know. I said you're like. I said
You're like my
dog.
little girl. Yeah, you're like my dog.
I was looking for the father. That's what we'll do next time, Mike. All right, guys.
All right, I'll see.
Jerry,
I'm gonna jump
Peace,
off right
brother.
behind you.
Appreciate you.
congrats so far. We'll keep watching it. You're going to fund real quick. I'm gonna eat some
Yeah,
food.
you're doing.
Let some
Yeah,
of these
you're
other
doing
boys
great.
jump in.
Take it easy,
Yep.
brother.
Later, guys.
Later, buddy.
Let me see. There he is. Okay. See if he jumps in. Surprise! Where's he at? Is he gonna pop out? Oh, there he is.
There he is.
I think today everybody had their forward camera flipped around.
I did the same
Same thing
shit.
happened to me. Everybody
Same
had
shit.
it flipped around. Yeah. Watch, it's the new
Instagram's just
Instagram.
screwing with us, man.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's the new
I'm
Instagram.
telling you, dude.
But,
Jerry, congrats, man.
Man, thank you, brother. It's
There
been
you
a
go.
long road, but here we are.
Hell yeah.
Here we are.
Good to see y'all.
yeah,
Man,
what's up, buddy?
Jason, always good to see you, dude. John,
Mhm.
nice to finally meet you face to
Yes, hey,
face,
Dan.
man. How you doing?
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
I'm doing good. Oh, well, hold on a second. Oh, shit, I left it in the room. I grabbed a cap. I was going to bring a cap and wear it backwards for a minute.
Yeah,
but
you know,
yeah, forgot
you know
all about
that.
that
Hey,
shit.
you gotta have the backwards cap, man.
I know. I was going to have one,
Hey,
but
John got the
fuck it
note.
up.
He's got his.
I
John
didn't.
got the note.
It's not a
I
cap.
know.
It's a stocking cap.
I'm always, yeah. So,
It's close enough.
As close as I'm gonna get.
Man, it feels like forever since I got to talk with you, bud. How you been
me?
doing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, I'm doing good, dude. It's been crazy, man. I spent freaking 4 weeks in crunch mode at work, and
right.
so now I'm finally getting to sit down and draw some pages. So it's been
I
nice
know.
getting
I've been seeing some of
wife.
that. It looks
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
looking, it's looking good. It's looking real good.
Thanks, man. Wife's out of town this weekend. Kids hanging out over his girlfriend's tonight. Like when I'm been drawing, I'm just trying to get shit knocked out, and I figure I can get a page and a half done over the weekend.
Yeah.
So if I can do that, that'll be great, and just keep on trucking. So yeah, but
Oh, look
and
at
I'm
this
ready.
little guy. Who we
There
got
you go.
here, John?
That's my grandson Haven. He's gonna do the next
Yeah.
book.
Hey,
All right.
Help
Haven.
me out.
Hey,
What's up,
Haven.
buddy?
Say hi to these boys.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you,
What's going
bro.
on, dude?
What's your favorite comic book character?
Peanut butter in my home.
Yeah,
Huh?
he said Bigfoot knows karate, dude.
Yeah.
He said
I think that's what he said.
I'm pretty.
I
I'm pretty
think that
sure
is
I'm
what he
pretty sure
said.
that's what he said. I think it is what he
He likes
said.
a good victim too, I think.
Oh well.
yeah.
That's awesome, little dude. That's awesome. Yeah, you're not quite old enough to read my stuff yet.
Yeah. No, you might not want to read this next
Sorry.
book either.
Yeah, no.
I think I was reading a lot
We're
more
all
stuff
like-
at his age.
And so was I. And that's the funny
Oh,
thing.
me
Like,
too. And look at
my
us now.
my wife's like, my wife's like, you got to put like suggested for mature readers on this book. I'm like, okay. I'm like, bro, nobody had that shit when I was reading comics and
Oh,
stuff.
God, no. If it didn't have the code, you knew it. You knew what you were
Yeah,
getting
right.
into.
Yeah,
If it
exactly.
didn't have the code, you knew it had a fighting chance of being awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
You're like
All the-
the Crow. What's this?
What is this? Who is James O'Barr?
Yeah. You're like, what is Faust? Let me open his
That's right.
oh my God, O'Barr is. Have y'all ever met James O'Barr?
No,
Or Megaton.
I've heard a
Megaton
lot
Man.
about it.
Yeah,
Bro,
he's an
Megaton
interesting
Man's
cat,
another.
dude. He's an interesting cat.
I've heard that.
Nice fella, real nice fella. Never been anything but kind to me. But yeah, I'll tell you all a funny story offline sometime that'll make you laugh.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, the Crow was groundbreaking. I mean, that was absolutely
for real?
Oh
groundbreaking.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have it here somewhere.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
Oh, yeah.
speaking of books, I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but I missed the Kickstarter, and I contacted him, and luckily he had a few copies left. A Trick of Light, Alley Fell. Oh my God,
Haven't heard of
the
it.
art, man, the art in this. You can go to just go to his Instagram at Alley Fell. It's ALYFELL. You can go to his Etsy page, and he might have a couple copies left. I went ahead and got the hardback, but man, this thing, oh my God, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I'm looking at it now.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, it's
Hardcover's
pretty as
cool.
hell, man. Yeah,
Hardcover
hardcovers
books
are
are
cool,
tough.
man.
They
Those
are
are
tough.
badass,
Like,
dude.
yeah.
That's
like if I ever did a trade paperback, I'm so tempted to be like, I really want a hardcover on this thing, just to give it that.
I think
feeling,
when I do a collected, I think I am going hardback.
I think so
Just
too.
to
I think
have
it's cool. No one's doing it.
It's awesome.
yeah.
And I want to go with the gold outer lay of the pages, just to have it.
swanky.
Yeah, I mean, if you're
Really
gonna go,
swanky. Yeah.
go all out.
Well, here's the thing, because if they like your stuff, they're going to follow you from issue to issue, hopefully, right? That's the goal.
That's
so if
the
they're going to,
plan.
you're going to
That's
do a
the goal.
collected edition. Yeah, if you're going to do a collected edition hardbound, ooh,
Oh, yeah.
So I met this
That's
cat.
tight.
I met this cat recently, Stephen Romano. Okay, he's an Austin comic creator, and
Yeah.
he does grindhouse cinema comic books. Okay, and
Right, right.
just like
We
real over the
talked
top
about
horror
this cat.
stuff. Did we? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So he did these amazing, like they were like inserts. Like the comic was inside a small sleeve. Okay, and it
Oh
was
yeah.
absolutely killer looking. I'll dig it up and show you guys at some point. But I'm looking at that thing going, ooh, that seems like a really cool idea.
Yeah, I'd love
That
to
is
see
cool.
it.
You know,
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
got like a little slip cover. That's
Yeah, it's like a
awesome.
slip cover of the book I was in, and like there's a poster in there, I think, or something like that.
Right.
Very cool. I mean, I don't know. I mean, when I was younger, I always used to get frustrated with all the gimmick covers and stuff just because I couldn't
Oh
afford
yeah.
them. But like now that we're in as adults and like everybody wants that stuff on Kickstarter, it's
Yep.
like,
Oh
hey,
God.
give
Yeah.
us something
They will,
interesting,
the more the merrier.
Yeah, I'm working
But
on something
I
really
think
nuts.
I think four is the magic number. Anything more than that, you'll lose your fucking mind. I mean, trying to,
Oh, four different covers.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Honestly,
We've had this discussion. Yeah.
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 I got 10 covers with 10 different half naked girls on it. Oh,
Well,
and,
I've never seen
and
that before. What a
don't worry
brilliant
about the story,
idea.
but I made $30,000 on this. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. And
Oh
I
my
actually
God.
got a real woman to model for one of them. And,
Yeah.
she's naked on the cover.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're not even art. They're just women photographs.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
Just porn. Here you go. So,
Yeah. But these boys buy them. They do it.
I
They
backed
have-
the book, and I didn't realize that I backed the naughty cover. And when it sent me an email saying you backed the naughty cover. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? I went back and looked. I was like, oh no, because it's just like that's just not my bag.
Right,
yeah.
Like making
Yeah.
girls
Yeah,
on comics
yeah,
is
yeah.
just like give me. Let's come on, we're men here.
oh,
But I've just never been into that, so I couldn't imagine like. Now, mind you, I've got some crumb books and I've got some other crazy crap, and in fact, as far as comic book women, Frank Cho did a book called Women, and it's just all
That
his
book is-
illustrations.
I've got that
to get a
book.
hold of that.
I've
that
got
book is
that book.
incredible.
I need that book, and I'm trying to get it like without having get it for like a like from thrift books or something, like where it's like
Right.
Where you get it for a little bit, it's in good condition, but you get a little bit less. Bro, that book is like always
I
sold
got
out.
a guy.
Always.
Let me, I can make some calls. I might can get a hold of that.
Yeah,
for
let me
you,
know,
Dave.
because I definitely want that book. So I have one
If he
female in
doesn't-
my whole universe, but
If he doesn't hook you up with it, Jason, if he doesn't hook you up
alright.
with it, Jason, before Baltimore, I'll bring you my copy. Okay? I've
Yeah,
got
Look at
it
I'm just
there.
on man. So,
Look at there.
yeah,
yeah.
he's
So,
a good dude.
Yeah.
He's a good man.
No, I'm a
Jerry,
mensch.
I gotta go. Let somebody else in. Love you
John,
guys.
I appreciate you, buddy.
All right,
Take it easy, brother.
Have a
So
go, buddy.
glad you could
Take it
come
easy,
on,
John.
man.
Be good.
Congratulations.
Take care, brother.
Kill it.
Thank you, bud.
Yeah.
All right,
Where
Val,
you
you're up
at?
to four.
Let's see.
You're up to 478.
Oh hell yeah,
So-
son!
Yeah, yeah,
478.
boy.
That's badass,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. You're halfway there. So killing it.
Oh man,
Hell yeah,
I was ready for this live. It's like I told Dan, and I think I told you too, Jason. I was nervous as shit throughout the day. I wasn't nervous for the live. I love the live. Yeah, I was just
Right.
nervous about the campaign in general. I mean,
Nah,
I, was I got up
You'll
this morning,
fund-
my
you're
stomach was
definitely
like,
gonna fund it
"Ugh."
all. Yeah, but that's just launch day. It's always like that.
Oh yeah. It doesn't matter how many times you do it. It's always the same.
Yeah,
I
that's what I
think it
said.
gets
It's gonna-
worse.
What's up, Dennis?
Yeah.
What's up,
It
fellas?
is.
Jerry.
Dude, that,
So Jason.
love that
so Dan.
damn piece you did today, man.
Well, dude,
that was
dude,
fucking
that was
badass.
Oh wait, I
um,
didn't see that. I was stuck at work all day.
I was
check it out.
yeah. I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted you to see it because it was an homage to you. So I was
Man,
happy you got
hey.
it. I'll post it next
Made
week.
my day. Made
Yeah,
my
but I
day,
was like,
brother.
if I'm gonna homage anybody for Jerry's campaign, it's gonna be Jerry. So I homage
That's
your
badass.
piece, dude.
Thank
So,
you, dude.
Good time.
Man, check that out.
And yeah, and just put Ozzy on that was like that was a kick for me.
Oh, that was icing on the cake, man. Icing
Well,
on the fucking cake.
Yeah, I woke up this morning. I'm like, what song am I putting on this? And it was like at 8:45 in the morning. I'm like, some Ozzy to start the day. So I put some
Hell
Ozzy.
yeah.
On. Yeah. Campaign's looking good, dude.
Yeah, you're doing
Thanks,
great.
bro.
yeah.
Yep. What are you guys up to? Jason, I just got to say, your panels, your posts, dude, your line work.
He's been killing it. Killing it.
No.
The line work needs
that-
help. Line work
Those
needs help.
action panels, though, oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
You
Did-
I
went
like
next
that one where
level
the
with
guy was
that.
just beating him with the damn bat. Dude.
Oh,
That's the
God,
thing.
yeah. And
that
the
flip
black,
silhouette.
the
Yeah.
blood
Yeah.
splatter, that's Frank. That's
Well,
got Frank Miller's stamp
Yeah.
that
of
panel's gonna
approval.
look good because it's just gonna be all that. I did a similar panel on Hunter's Moon where the werewolf was tearing a vampire in half, and
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing but it's the Convictor this time. There's a lot of similarities between this book and that book, like things that were done to him, he's doing in this book. So I
Right.
like the parallels of it, and so I did the same thing. So that's gonna be like all black inks and just a red background in that bat scene. So
It's
did
like
you did you
every
get the
panel.
whole thing I sent you?
I didn't even get to look at it, but like every panel
yeah,
you've
I
been
got-
putting up,
yeah.
it's just each panel, and I can't tell obviously how big they're going to be on a page, but each
Right.
panel you feel the impact. I'm like, God
Oh,
damn.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
every single one you've been doing, I'm like, I feel that
Dude,
impact
that
every
book-
single time.
It just
I've been trying to.
flows, man.
This is like I said. I said this before. I loved Hunter's Moon, but this is way more my element.
Yeah.
Because this is how I used to draw these. Like when you get the ash can with this book, you'll see it's pretty much the same. The art
Yeah.
level has changed considerably, of course, but it's the same kind of stuff. Like I just feel more comfortable doing it. The more brutal and over the top, the more I enjoy it. I guess
It shows.
So,
No, it
Dude,
definitely shows.
Yeah.
after seeing those pages, I had to go take some ibuprofen. I felt like I just got the shit beat out of me.
well, all right. Here, in
Oh,
this
man.
book, which, like I said, I only have like a very few pages left to ink, and like I said, my colorist is killing it. Like Cristiano is just, he had some other projects beforehand that he was wrapped up in, but now he's freed up, so he's just like banging these out, and every time I get one from him, I'm just like, oh my god, because you see it in black and white, and I'm
Yeah.
pleased with it as an artist. I'm happy with it. But then when it comes back colored, although there is something to be said for black and white comics, I do. If I was just going to do just a black and white comic, I would be a lot more heavy on the more blacks and
Yeah.
more inking on it. But if it's getting colored,
Yeah.
I don't get nuts on it because I know the level that he has, and he just kills it. Like.
Man,
And,
those few pages that I've seen that he's done, I mean, it just fucking pops, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're a
he's-
little blurry,
he's
the ones I
killing.
put up, because he sends me in JPEG images, but
Yeah.
yeah, they're getting there. And like I said, I wanted to show that I wanted to show a different side of my character. Like that was my main goal in this. You saw another side. You saw in the first book there was a different facet of his personality. In this book, I wanted to show that there's another portion of his driven part of his personality where he's,
Right.
he was driven before from taking an ass whooping and getting up, but this one he's driven differently. He's driven to, in essence, in excess, and that is actually full display here. It even comes into question at the end of the book why the excess. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so
Jake,
I'm.
Jason, 32 pages or 36? Like, I know you went up.
With the covers, it'll be 36.
36.
So
Nice.
just like Hunter's Moon.
That's all.
So 32 of the
Awesome.
interiors. That's good, dude. Yeah, that's
32,
great.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what Hunter's
Yeah.
Moon was, and I actually somebody I picked up a
What's the
copy of
matter?
Hunter's Moon, and they said the same thing. They said they're like, and they're like, you take your books and like you very start off just very minimum of slow, and then you mash it to the fucking floor, and you don't let it off. until
Way to
the
go,
end.
man. Way to
Oh,
go.
this book is literally just like this. It's exactly the same. It starts off with
32
like
pages.
very
is fucking
little. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a lot of.
No,
books.
32 pages is monstrous. I mean, that's a huge amount of pages for an issue.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
it's one of those things. It's one of those things again where you're like I'm drawing it and I'm like, oh, this panel really could use more of this. So that's where
Dude, I do that all the time. I've done it with this book. Yeah.
I'm the
like-
biggest enemy. I do it all the time. I do it to myself. So
I did 30 pages on Bigfoot 1, and I said to Casey, okay, 30 pages max. That's all I can handle. And as we're talking, I'm like, all right, 32 pages, dude. That's fine. You know, I mean, and like, he's like, but what about this? I said, dude, I cannot, I'm like, I will drive to Alabama It's screen
Hey, you added some
capture.
pages too, didn't you, Dennis? Didn't you wind up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the same thing with Jason, man. You get in your flow, and then you just
Yeah.
Yeah,
and me, my strength is my art. So for me, it was
right.
just almost like a disservice to me not to like flex. And I'm like, my first issue, I'm gonna flex hard on this thing. So
Of
just
course, you got to
kept
You
flex.
going
did,
It's your
back.
bro.
book.
Yeah, it's
You
It's
getting
your
there.
did,
book.
man.
It's getting there.
Some of
Yeah,
those pages
exactly.
that I've
It's like,
seen is just it's
you
next
know,
level, dude.
when I'm doing it, like, and Dennis is probably going to say the same thing. Like, sometimes you put yourself when you're drawing it, you're in you switch roles and you pretend like you're the reader,
Yeah,
Right.
right? And I say to myself, as a person that's flipped me through this book, as a lifelong comic fan, I know I would see a panel like this and say, man, I wish that ass kicking lasted 2 more panels,
Right.
or
Right.
or or or
Exactly.
went
yes.
flowed over into
Yeah.
another page, just
I
to really
constantly
set
do
up
that.
Hmm.
to set up the gravity of what's happening. And so I did that. So pretty much every one of these gang members gets an entire page devoted to how they get their shit kicked out. So I mean, that's basically
Good
where we're
job.
at. So yeah,
Dude,
I mean,
how many
and then some.
pages did you dedicate just to Duke,
Duke
to
gets
his
a
ass
lot of.
kicking?
Well, the book is set. I can tell you this: the book's set up like this. It sets up from Duke's personality. I had to write him obviously a particular way. He's
Right.
very, and so I wanted him to be disliked, obviously.
Right.
And so a lot of this is viewed. There's a lot of back and forth of the eyes, like a lot of like
Hmm.
Western kind of stuff. Like because I'm a big Clint Eastwood fan, and so I have a lot of like that where Duke has his eyes and Victor squints, and then there's a lot of that
Right.
play in this book. And even like the victim in the book, that this originally was the person that caused this, not caused it, but was the reason why the convictor intervened. So there's a lot of facial expressions from this character as well, So there's a lot of like, you're getting perspectives from the convictor's perspective. You're getting Duke's, where Duke went from being this pseudo tough guy, a bully, to realizing that you literally are not. You are,
Right.
like sometimes these stories are real, and then you see the victim standpoint. We're like, okay, is this person here to help me, or is this person here to kill me too? Because the victim is literally walking out of this book with fucking PTSD, because it's in that he has his back against the wall in his dead end alley, and he's literally watching 9 people get brutally
Get
murdered.
wrecked.
Yeah, and by something that he didn't even think was real. No one does, and
What's up,
and
Nate?
so it's yeah, so the disbelief there and all that stuff, and it's just crazy, but it's just so I'm trying my best, and like I said, it's so Duke gets a good many pages, and Duke has his moment. He gets his comeuppance, so he gets what he
Right.
deserves, so and then some.
Nice.
But
Dude, the
yeah,
action
it's
panels though, they blew me
trying.
away. They blew me
I have
away,
one
man.
that I'm particularly proud of. Like I believe it's the panel of the book, right?
Wow.
And only because like it's I tried my hardest in this book to be very aware of the reader turning the page for the surprise. Like
Right.
I
Right.
did, because in Hunter's Moon that book was, it was great, but it was a lot of, it was just jumbled because
Mm.
of different scripts, and I didn't. So a lot of times I missed the page turn on that. This
Yeah.
one, no way. Like you're gonna get this, and then you turn it, and
And then, wow.
like that. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
bunch of that in this book, a shit ton
I
of it.
love that.
And
I love that.
yeah,
Yeah.
When I'm plotting out my book, that's what I go for, man.
yeah, I have
Just
a. You
to
Yeah, you
can't
gotta.
see it
get
now,
that.
but I have a page where it shows me the page numbers, so I know
Mm.
where the
Right.
page turn is. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Plotting your book, your page to the beat, or your beats to the page
yeah,
is like,
yeah.
that was something
Hmm.
that when I started doing that with, and when I started doing that in Latex Avenger, it was mostly because for the comedic timing. Like I always
Right.
wanted, when you wanted to hit your, the payout on the joke
Hmm.
and on that last panel. And so when you flipped, you could get to, but I was always trying to get something funny in every damn panel anyway, but just make it. So honestly, there was like, I never really, we achieved that in Bigfoot, but like, it's going to be better in this one because, I wish we hadn't have had to put a page in because it never really made the turns right on Bigfoot. I felt like it would have been better if we had been one page more over in a couple of spots. You know,
I got you.
So yeah.
I tell you, the
They
biggest
better work
challenge.
out.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say better work out this time because I got a couple of double page spreads in this mother. So it's like I better get the
I
page
won't
turns
touch
proper.
that. I won't
I
touch
wasn't
that.
going
Like,
to. I
don't
wasn't
have the
going
balls.
to.
I don't have the balls.
Yeah.
Really?
I did one
Not
in
yet.
issue 2 of
Let me
Latex
get a little-
Avenger, and I
when I
regretted
start
it
doing
immediately.
when I do shit digitally, yeah, maybe. But
Yeah.
I was like,
I'm
for
going
this,
for
I don't want
it.
to paste the goddamn 11 by 17s together. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, no, taping 2 pages together
No, nope.
it's so frustrating.
So much
With
fun.
back taping them. With back taping them.
Oh,
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I
I
don't think the
missed that.
character does enough that deserves a 2-page splash. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's
man.
only so much death that you can spread over 2 pages.
Well, my attitude is on 2-page spreads is like I never want to give up the real estate because there's only so many pages in the book, right?
Yeah.
So how do
Exactly.
you do it?
That's
So what
how
I'm
I do
doing,
it,
right? So what I'm doing is, especially in the first one, it's going to be a 2-page spread, but there's going to be inset panels within it.
Yeah.
So we're seeing
I
a
did that
larger
with
scene.
the first issue of mine. Yeah. I had the
Okay,
larger scene at the top and then smaller panels across the bottom.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
the
'cause
panel that I was speaking about that I like is like literally half a page panel, like the first top panel, and then the smaller panels are under it.
Yeah.
I tried. Yeah, I did splash pages in this one too, which I didn't really do in the previous book. But I got, I think I have 2 definite ones in this. So,
Dude, I went ahead and shot my wad on all that with my first issue. I had I went ahead. I went for the double page spread. I went for the splash pages. I went ahead and got it all out of the way right out of the gate.
Well, if y'all ever come to Texas to do a convention, I will break out the secret stash of Latex Avenger books that'll never see the light of day ever again.
I gotta
will
see
show
them,
you
dude.
the most
Gotta
nauseating double-page spread that you've ever seen of a 3-point perspective, bird's eye view of a city. I must have been insane because it sucked. It was so bad.
I
I'll never
know.
see the light of day again.
That's like, like I said, I don't try to be super cool with my perspective shots. Like I'm like 1, 2, you know, the epilogue in this book though, I just for some reason in my head, like the introduction of my villain, my next book, I had to do that from a bird's eye shot. Like I just in my head when I always pictured it, it was done from a bird's eye, right? And just to illuminate, you know, his top part of his body features, and just to make it look, just to sell it more. And hey, what a bitch! Like because like I said, because I'm in there and I'm like, oh, there's that fine line where you're like, well, his torso's too long, but his leg's too short. But now his leg's too long and his torso, fucking bird's eye.
It's
like,
tricky,
I don't care what
man.
kind of I don't care what kind of lines you run. I don't give a shit what you're doing. It's annoying. And I'm like, well, that's the last time I do that shot. So
That's one thing I'm constantly playing with, though, is perspective, man. Because you can take something, you know, a simple act. I've said this before. Take a guy reading a book. You show him head on like this. Fucking sucks. Okay, now you pan in from behind him and kind of get over him. The camera's back here, and you're looking over his shoulder and seeing kind of what he's reading. That's something interesting. That takes something that's so boring and just makes it something really interesting to look at and just draws the reader in, you know.
Yeah.
What's the Jason? You've talked about this before. The 22 poses.
Yeah, it's actually right here, taped to my desk, right here.
Who the hell is
Wally
it again?
Woods.
Who did that?
Wally
Wood. Thank you.
Wally Wood.
I used to have it up on my wall. I took it down recently.
I use that. They sell a framed one. They sell a framed one somewhere online. Like I actually want to get one and actually just put it right above my desk framed to match with the rest of my stuff. And it's a lifesaver. It really is.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of the Wally Wood stuff I know how it applies to excessive brutality. But I did use it like that. The bat thing, like that was from Wally Woods because the shadow and the color in the background. Yeah, I use that. There's quite a bit.
It gets you thinking, you know, when you kind of get Yeah.
you don't use it exactly. You're like, but I could do this, or I could
Right.
find this one and this one and get this look. No, it's phenomenal. It's like once I found that, and someone somewhere turned me onto it, and I'm like, where have I been? Where's this thing been? Because this is like I go to it
You
so
you
regularly.
and Dan turned me on to that. Both of y'all.
Yeah, I talked about it one
Yeah.
time on a Crossfire,
Yeah.
and
It's
Dan
fucking
was already
phenomenal.
using it,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
it's great.
amazing. I mean,
It is.
it's just, it's 22, like the most
Yeah.
smartest ways to get things done, you know?
And
So
you could
anyway,
literally
I
do a
like
whole
it.
book. You could do a whole book using those 22 panels.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
No doubt.
and each one's different, and each one it conveys a different message. And
Right.
what I like about it too is it conveys each one. Certain ones convey like just like you said, over the shoulder. It conveys a different perspective, but it conveys like the importance of the scene,
Right.
which is like that's a real deal. You know what I mean? That's something that you know, that you're trying to
I tell you, going off of that, you know, I had never paid any attention to it as I was drawing when I was younger. You know, I would put these guys and they might be looking off the page. And that's one thing, you know, Adam Kubert told me this and it stuck with me, man. He said you always like when you do a character on you out, you want the focus coming to the inside. You know, that's one of the things his dad just kind of hammered into him, teaching him. You always want to draw that focus in. So when you do your panels, you have them looking to the inside, you know, to draw the reader to the middle of the page.
It's something that we do in design a lot too, is bring everything inside. And also, I'm sure are y'all familiar with the Z formation? Is it where you look at the way we look at a page, we look at it in crap.
Right.
The way we look at the page, we look at it in a Z. And so, so you want to keep your eyes moving that direction. So anyway, yeah. So when I see designers who work for me or work underneath me and stuff like that, and they turn stuff outside, it's like I hear people like other older comic creators going, no, you didn't doing this, no, because it's one of my big pet peeves when I'm for work purposes. It's always like make the logo bigger and make shit going onto the inside. So sorry, I'm rambling.
No, that's a good point, and that's one thing I try to do with my pages. Like, say I've got a talking heads panel, I try to make it more. I use that Z formation to make just build as I go, and it gets more interesting in that formation as you go through the page. It starts out real slow, and then got something bigger, bigger. Trying to keep that flow going. One of my biggest. Go ahead.
Oh no! I'm gonna get going actually, so you can let somebody else in because I gotta go pick up my son in a little
I
bit
definitely
too.
gotta run as well.
Guys,
first,
appreciate
couple
you coming
things
on.
real quick. Jerry, first of all, thank you for having me on, and congratulations on your book. You're at 520. You just hit 520.
Nice.
So you're halfway there, man. All right.
Yeah, son.
And I just saw that. And Jason, good seeing you. Dennis,
buddy.
for sure. Yeah, definitely, man. Dennis, give me good news, dude. Okay.
Hey, before you two guys jump, I just want to take a minute to say thanks for everything that you guys do for me. Y'all, I throw shit at y'all all the time, crazy ass questions, just you know how it is. And
that's what you do.
But you guys are always there, and I appreciate both of you. For real, guys. Yeah, you guys are my brothers.
Dude,
yeah, man.
I'm lucky to know all y'all. I mean, seriously, this is
Same here.
I love indie
Same
comics.
here.
I love it. This whole Instagram crew, you guys are rocking, man.
Yeah,
so,
we're all. We got a
it.
cool little mini community inside of the community.
Oh,
so
definitely.
It's fun, man. It's
the cool kids.
You know,
definitely fun.
It's
cool in the game.
Let me tell you something. It's y'all's hustle inspires me to work harder. So that's all.
Same here.
I mean,
Same
thank
here.
you for that.
Well, I think that's what we all do. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely, man.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, man. Y'all have a great evening.
Later, boys.
See you later, buddy.
Y'all have a blessed one, fellas.
Hey, Dennis, check this out. See, I got one for Resurgence too.
Oh,
no
look at him.
way.
Yeah,
Ah,
what the?
ah,
Look at him.
oh, I
What?
can't even.
Wow, you
Wow.
could do it.
No, I got mine
Well,
in my portfolio case. I was going to
yeah,
show Chris
hell yeah, man,
tomorrow,
that's amazing.
but
Yeah, that's
it's
badass.
different. You got the pencil, the paper. You know what I mean?
Well,
It's different.
you could print yours on poster board, right?
No,
No,
Yeah.
mine's printed. Yeah,
yeah,
mine's printed.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's just
cool.
different.
Yeah, I
You
just
could, you feel the texture of the pencil. You could see the
yeah, yeah,
smears, the pencil. The
yeah.
how
It's
it
good. Yeah,
runs.
yeah. You can definitely see all that. So,
Yeah,
so
your
I'm gonna
lines.
do one
That's
of
the
those
fun.
videos, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do one of those videos like I did last time for this one. But
Oh, hold on. I want to show you something.
oh, here we go. Let's go.
So yeah, that's funny you brought that up. I was going through my portfolio thing because I'm going to bring it tomorrow to the convention,
Hmm?
and this was a 3-page story I was going to send to Marvel,
Oh,
and this
wow.
was
Oh,
this is from
dude,
like early 90s, and this was going to be my portfolio piece. And
dude,
again,
the inking
no, that's
is
actually
really good, though,
I
bro.
pressed so hard when I drew back then. That's pencils,
Oh,
dude.
Are you
get
Yeah,
the hell out of
serious,
here,
dude?
really?
yeah.
Bro,
So
that literally, what was that, like a freaking number 2 pencil from school?
yeah,
Good God.
dude, no
Jesus
formal
Christ.
training. Yeah, I was pressing so hard, but this was
Damn,
supposed to
dude.
be my portfolio piece to like when I'd go to
Dude,
cons.
you should like do yourself like a print up like an art of Dennis, but
Like old
just like
school.
some ass stuff, and yeah, just like a book,
Yeah,
just a book. It's another book. People buy that stuff. People love that stuff.
yeah,
Just seeing artists, even though it's like whether it's not your character's not, who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's something you drew, and it shows the evolution of your art, which is also awesome. People
But
love
this
that.
this is the closest thing I'm gonna have to what you have, Jason. These are like I can feel
No,
the
that's
pencils
cool.
and the grooves and just
No, yeah,
yeah,
no, that's good, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
fun
Like I
stuff,
said,
dude.
I'm actually looking forward to. I'm looking forward to not drawing traditional art. So,
Dude, you were
my,
talking about that I don't know, if you're going with clip, you can actually set your pages up where you're looking at everything right
Mm.
there in front of
oh
you.
yeah,
So you know when
yeah,
a page turn's coming.
yep, yep, no, yeah, yep. I'm good. Yeah, you set up the way in the order that you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is that what you use,
So there's
Jerry? You use Clip?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I love it, man. I
Okay.
love it.
little
Oh, yeah.
favorite.
That's
Damn,
great.
dude.
That's hilarious,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I haven't inked these ones yet, but I'm getting there. Yeah. No, you
Jerry,
got these are the only ones I got left. These about four
Jerry,
pages.
who's your colorist?
Hey,
It's
Jerry,
you?
you're looking at it.
Okay.
he's
So
looking
this is the
at him.
thing. When Jason, when him and Chris have a really good connection, like the art and when he inks and the color, I think it's as close to perfect as when I see what turns out, Jason. I think it's just phenomenal. And then Jerry, I wasn't paying attention till you started dropping some panels, and I was like, holy shit, like really good stuff. And I was like, I didn't know who your colorist was. I didn't realize it was you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry's got a
It's
really
me, bud.
cool coloring style too. Yeah,
Yeah. I gotta up my
yeah, that's
game,
good.
dude. I was like, God damn, these boys are turning it out.
Man,
Yeah,
it's a work in progress. I mean, honestly, because I didn't start coloring until actually my first issue. I had never done any coloring whatsoever until I started with this program.
yeah.
Mm.
I gotta start teaching myself coloring too, though, just for obvious reasons. I'm never gonna be like the level of Cristiano or anything, but
He's
I just
crazy.
think for like smaller books and stuff, like just
Mm-hmm.
do it myself,
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
even
And
if
I'm
even with
constantly,
all those colors and flats,
I hear
dude,
that.
just, do a single work and start playing with it. That's
I
what I
did.
did.
I have my very first digital drawing I ever did.
You showed me that. Yeah.
That was the Convictor, and I colored it and everything myself. I didn't know much about layers. It's all in one
Mm.
layer.
Right.
Yeah, I used the airbrush to give some shading and some real rudimentary stuff. But I was really pleased with that. I actually still like
Yeah.
that image. It's one of my favorite images that I have of my proto Convictor. So
It's classic.
it was perfect. Yeah, that's definitely that's walking straight out of the Spider Clan compound Convictor.
Mm.
That's sweet.
No,
So
it's
love
definitely
it.
classic.
What's
Yeah.
up,
Yeah,
Jerry?
so I can get used to that. Jerry, here he is. Jerry, why don't you jump in?
Yeah,
I'm
get that
leaving.
boy
Man,
on here.
I tried to pull him in here. I
Is he
don't know what's going on.
is he
He might,
working?
well, he should be off because I'm working, but I think his schedule changed. I think he works eights or something now. So him and I don't flip flop days anymore. So I'm not sure. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I tried to pull him in, said unable to join.
Maybe he's
I don't know
driving.
what's going on. He might be. Jerry, jump in when you get a chance, man. Let me know if I need to send you another invite. I don't know how all that shit works. I'll be honest with you. I'm still learning. I tried the pen thing, couldn't get it to work, Jerry. I don't
There you
know if
go.
it's the difference
Yeah.
between
A few.
Samsung and iPhone. I don't know.
All right, fellas, I'm out of here. I am
Jason,
I got the whole work thing tomorrow, so I got to do some stuff before
hey,
that.
stay safe,
But
brother. Have a blessing.
no, congratulations. This thing will be
Yeah, man.
funded in no time.
Thank you,
So
brother.
no worries there. So this is great. And we'll make sure do what we do. We'll share the shit out of it like everything else. So
Hell yeah.
we
Appreciate
got
it,
to share.
brother.
All right, fellas.
All
I'll
right.
see you.
Later,
Everybody
Jason.
else, see you later.
Peace.
Take it easy, bro.
Halfway there,
So,
brother.
man, boy,
You
you
halfway
dropped
there?
that thing on me. I was a
Well,
ball of nerves, and then I seen that picture, and that took the weight of the world off my shoulders.
no, no. I think one of the things I want to do, like, and make it more of a habit, is just every time you guys launch, is to do a piece for you
Do
guys.
something. That's
I
that's
think,
badass.
yeah, I did one for Chris. I missed Drew's. That's why I did that follow up piece on Drew's, and then hit yours. I
So,
missed Jerry's, and I was like, damn it, because I think I started right when I finished my book. Jerry's had finished, and I'm like, shit, I missed it. And then I was able to at least do one for Chris, and I was like, you know what? Every time you guys launch something, I definitely want to do something to like commemorate it.
that's cool. Yeah,
So
that's
that's
really
kind of,
cool.
yeah, my thought process when it comes to this. So I was like, I've been holding on to yours, dude. Remember when I asked you about pictures? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I
That's
planned
been
it.
what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
2 weeks ago?
yeah, it's been sitting in my gallery for a while. So I was kind of like,
Dude,
you know what? I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna let them know. Like, I'm just gonna
perfect
drop it.
timing.
Yeah.
Perfect
So
timing.
really cool. I'm glad, dude. Like this day is finally here. I'm glad you're doing it under our banner. You know what I mean? Like, how cool is that? Like your first one
Man,
under the SSB, and I think that's
I
dope.
know it, bro. I'm telling you, you guys, you're like my family, man. I
Yep.
mean, really. I, I'm honored to be here.
Oh, no,
Honestly,
no. You're
it,
talented. You know, I think that the thing is, the talent shines through. So it's just, for me, it's just cool. Like, is there any different feel to it doing it under our banner? Is there any added pressure or is it easier from when you've done it in the past, your other campaigns?
man, it's like a little more pressure because I
Mm,
feel like I want to perform. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? I mean,
I
it's
know.
it's it's a little more pressure. You know.
No, I hear
But
that.
other than that, I mean, you guys have been incredible, man. I
Mm,
mean, just talking in our chats and everything is just, man, you- well, even with the guys, you still feel like you're on the island from time to time,
yeah.
especially when you're trying to hammer out a book and you get wrapped up in it. And it's nice to just be able to get away from that and talk
Hmm.
to you guys because you've all dealt with the same shit.
Yeah.
And it's awesome to be able to just, kind of get away from that and discuss it with people that know exactly what you're going through.
Yeah. I think
So,
I've said it before, but one of my favorite things is when I'm at work and when I go on break, I know there's
right.
already like a number in the chat, like how many comments are left
Yeah,
in our chat. So when I go on my
right.
break, I usually escape to my truck and I'll pull up the chat and I'm like, okay, because it's going to be amusing. Someone's going to say something
Oh, yeah.
ridiculous. There's going to be a
Did you,
ridiculous meme in there,
question. Did you
Yeah.
see my gift I give you? Did
Which
you see
one?
the gift I dropped?
Was it to
The,
me personally or was it in the chat?
yeah, it was in the chat.
I
Check it
didn't.
out.
I haven't looked in a
Because
couple
you
of days because
never
Jason.
commented. You never
Okay.
commented. You're going to
All
have
right.
to look.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Terrifying.
yeah, you
I'm
got to
scared.
look.
Okay.
Oh, don't be scared. It's fucking hilarious, man.
All right. I'll check it. Nice.
Yeah, you gotta see it, man. I knew you didn't because you didn't comment. If
No.
you'd have seen it, you'd have commented.
It's like that, huh? Okay.
Oh yeah,
All
it's
right.
definitely like that,
Gotcha. So when this thing successfully campaigns, how are you celebrating, man?
man. I don't. I mean, honestly, I never think that far ahead.
Okay.
It's all about the journey with me
Yeah.
because I mean, like I said, I'm thinking about the 10 pages I still got to draw.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about what kind of colors I'm going to lay down. I've got a really big fight scene, but I've knocked that out. So the one I was telling you guys about, the huge sword fight, which
Yeah.
takes up a good portion of the issue. And man,
Nice.
I spent a lot of time just doing reference work on that and
Yeah.
trying to put all that together because it's totally different than hand-to-hand combat. I mean, really, it really is. And that was the biggest challenge of this book was trying to put that together and make it look believable. And I just
Yeah.
hope it works. I've showed some of you guys some of the panels. Nobody's seen the full work because I wasn't through with it. I'm done with it now, and I'm actually starting to lay some colors down on all that. But yeah. And yesterday I went back and done some edits on some of that because I looked at it and I was like, yeah, that don't work.
Yeah.
And
that's part of the process, man.
oh yeah. Well, we talked about this with your book. You look at your flow and you go back, say you get 10, 20, maybe even finished, and you go back and you're looking through it and something just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And you might have to go back and redo a whole damn page. I've done it. You've done it. I mean, it happens. Or you go back and you say, well, okay, just like we were talking about earlier, you look at it and you say, well, if I were reading this, I'd want a little more here. And you go back, you kind of elaborate on that, and you might add a page. You might add 2 pages, you know, to kind of help with that flow.
Yeah. Let's get Jerry in here.
Yeah. Let me get him. Let's see.
Get that big boy in here.
There he is. Coming in hot.
Is his camera's turned the other way?
His camera's turned too. Hey, that's been the theme of the night, Jerry.
And his cap is back.
Dude, we have all done it. We have all done it.
Hilarious.
Even, hell, I started out backwards.
Yeah, I was like, I know I'm not that black. Like, what the hell?
Damn, dude. Damn it, boy. That's what I'm talking about.
How you doing?
You're ridiculous.
Where we at, Julie?
Yeah, exactly.
Help me out, Dennis. I'm not even looking at my backs to this thing.
I got you up here.
How you been doing, Jerry? How's everything been going, man?
I've been dealing with a lot of things. Like I said, I heard Jason mention my work schedule is a bit different because I'm on light duty now.
Okay.
Because I injured my shoulder and my back.
Dude.
Oh, no, man.
So I've just been kind of just sitting at the station. When you're on light duty, they don't let you do the 12-hour tours like I normally do.
Right.
So I'm doing 8.5 hours. So Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sundays off. Until I go back to full duty. So
I got you.
Yeah. So, it is what it is. I've been doing that, trying to finish the thing with the Kickstarter. Had a little complication with the coin order, which I was expecting, but I think we resolved everything, because it came to the point about, I guess, not everything's going to be 3D printed on it, like chiseled in, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because the artwork for the boys are too detailed. So that version of it is gonna have to be printed on. And the E4 comic is gonna be engraved in it, their name's gonna be engraved, but the color scheme for the boys was too complicated. So it's gonna have to be a printed on with a epoxy gloss over it and everything. So I saw a sample of it. It looks pretty good. I hope I like it when I get it.
Yeah.
So, that's probably going to take a month or so to get. So I've been dealing with that. But
I got you.
Super cool.
I heard you mention something about a fight scene.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to how your process of a fight scene goes, because I know with Jason, it's an actual... Hey,
what's up, brother?
Hey.
Oh,
Hey, yeah, that's
oh,
what I'm talking about,
there
buddy.
you go.
There's all backwards ice
I
cream
feel bad.
standing.
I feel bad.
Oh, damn, dude.
That's amazing.
That's awesome,
If you
bro.
come in with your camera backwards, yeah.
I know. I had
Oh,
to break the
shit.
streak, man.
Oh, yeah. I was beginning to wonder if it was going to get broke tonight.
That's
I
amazing.
like that color, D. That color is hot,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
He's purdy.
So
So
yeah,
perfect.
like I know Jason's fight scenes are like hand to hand combat, like
Mm-hmm.
like real martial arts based.
Right.
Mine is that way, but a little bit more, I guess, Dragon Ball Z influenced.
Right.
So I'm curious to how your book is because I haven't had the chance to read your book yet.
Dude.
I was waiting for the Kickstarter to get the books and everything, so I'm
Okay,
curious
so
to know how it is.
this fight scene, like I said, it's a huge sword fight, and we're looking at several pages. And hey, man, I'm not a swashbuckler. I had no fucking clue, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it ain't like I'm after you, booty, But anyway, I had to, man. I get a lot of inspiration from movies and stuff, and I'll go like with stuff like that with the sword fighting. I just look for movies with a lot of that in there, and watch that, and I pulled up a lot of reference material and kind of went through it, kind of broke it down and worked
Mhm.
out some stuff and sit there and kind of plotted it out and went from there. I mean, it's like I told you guys, that was the biggest challenge, man. Just plotting that thing out because I had no idea where to even start with that. I mean, yeah, okay, I'm gonna hit you with a sword, but you want it to be realistic. And if you know
Yeah.
absolutely nothing about that, you gotta find something and just study. And that's basically what I did. I had several weeks of looking at reference material and just watching sword fighting.
Mm.
I'd pull videos up on YouTube with guys just actually going through the motion sword fighting
mm.
and just seeing the movements. Because these guys use broadswords, and I mean it's a
Mm.
totally different style than say fencing or something like that because the sword's
Like
heavy.
using a katana
Yeah,
and
it's
yeah.
totally
Yeah,
different
Yep.
style.
totally different. Yeah.
Hmm. So do your characters have abilities?
Oh yeah, they're archangels, man. Of course they got
Mhm.
abilities.
Okay. So then I guess the question goes, if it's archangels, will there be flying in the combat? Will there
Yeah,
be like a
definitely.
show of excessive strength
Oh yeah,
being used in the combat? Because I'm
definitely.
asking this because me doing the fight scene, so after Burning the Truth, we get into the Dyson Saga. Books one, two,
Right,
and three of the Dyson Saga. There is a lot of combat in
right.
these books. One of my biggest challenges were they're fighting a guy that uses blades and he can shoot out basically like blade beams that cut through anything
Oh
at the
wow.
boys.
Wow.
So I had to really create and choreograph the fight scene using these blades, swords, knives, and all these things towards against boys that don't use weapons.
Right, right.
So I had to find like creative ways to do it, how they dodge, how they avoid it,
Hmm.
you know. And then of course you also gotta pay attention to like destruction in the background or
Right.
because the boys are stronger, like if they hit the ground, they're gonna leave like a crater. If they hit the
Yeah.
wall, they're gonna leave like an indent. All those little
Exactly.
details, you gotta pay attention to. So I can only imagine, especially with angels, archangels, they're going to be flying. The scenery,
Dude,
everything that goes into that
there's
design.
there's some serious destruction in this battle. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, you guys will see. I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you some stuff. I want to get some colors on it before I actually, let you see it. But yeah, I mean, just the pure impact of the blow causes shock waves.
Mm.
Nice.
I'll put it like this: if you remember, I'm sure you guys do because y'all are in the same age with me. The death of Superman. Remember the final blow between, the several last final blows between Superman and Doomsday. Every time they hit each other, you saw
The shock
windows,
wave.
Shock wave.
shock waves,
Yeah.
windows bust. You got that in this.
Nice. That's what I want to see. Now I'm hyped.
Dude, this one's got. Well, Snake Ball had some amount of action, but yeah, I really upped the game in this one. And not only that, I felt like I was getting kind of away from the horror element, which was really what I wanted to delve into, start with. So I kind of jumped in it with both feet with this one. It starts out, it's really creepy at the very beginning, and then we kind of work our way through, and then we get to this fight scene. So it's got a little bit of everything, man. And I planned on 30. I could go more than 30 because I'm letting the story dictate. It's like I've done with all my books. I don't just say, "Oh, I'm going to do 22 pages," or "I'm going to do,"
Jerry,
Plus, I gotta have that cliffhanger.
You do that? You do any kind of lightsaber reference for fights?
Yeah.
That just came to me. Like when you were talking about climate, I was like, you know what? I would just try to think outside the box.
What movie?
Yeah.
Like, what's the main movie
Exactly.
you draw from?
Empire. You know it, man.
There you
Empire.
go. Okay. Right. Well done.
Hell, the main cover for this book is an homage to the original poster for Star Wars, the first one, A New Hope.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, you look at it. He's holding a sword. Got the chick beside him with a gun. Got where Vader's at. You got Lucifer in the background. Big head. Boom.
Boom.
There you go.
I should have seen that. Like, what was I thinking?
You're falling off, Dennis. You're falling
Falling
off.
off, buddy. Falling off.
Oh, I'm the oldest on here, so yeah.
Hey.
So, how do you go about your things? How you do the same thing with your fight scenes? Like, do you use something to help you create? No, D.
Oh.
I kind of do a combination of things. For my fight scenes because some of the scenes I need to think it through because we're dealing with like way different sized things attached.
Oh yeah,
I know that.
That's got to be challenging.
I know
you got a 50-foot fucking tall robot that you got to deal with.
That's right. You and Dennis are in the same boat.
I know.
When it comes to that fight scene, like,
I couldn't even imagine that.
I think it goes
that's
back.
a challenge that I like to come up with.
Yeah, it goes back to the 22 panels though. Like what are you deciding? Like what part of like the kaiju are you putting in that panel? My guy's this much. The kaiju's that big. What am I emphasizing on that panel? And then am I pulling it back so you can compare sizes? And then I do the mid shot and then the upper. It's just the same thing when it comes.
You play with it.
Yeah, and it's just trying to add variety to the pages. And what I'm really interested in because I know like this book is my first. So by the time my 3-issue arc is over, how much mine is going to evolve and my skills will evolve. But Jerry, on yours with chapter 3, I want to see how far your skills have evolved to chapter 3. And I'm sure you can pinpoint it like this is better or that's better. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah, that's exciting.
The one thing, I've really played with from the beginning, Frank Miller has always been one of my main sources of inspiration. Yeah, I'm not saying I draw like Frank Miller, but dude, his use of light, of whites and blacks, I mean, he can do so much with that shadow. I mean, it's insane, man, what he can do with positive and negative space. And it looks so simple. I mean, a lot of artists you see like Todd McFarlane, you got all these all respect to Todd McFarlane, but all these a million fucking squiggly lines in there.
Oh, don't get Jason started. Jason's going to jump on
Dude, look at Frank Miller's work. I mean, it's very simple, and I mean his storytelling is just, dude. He's in a class all by himself, and that's what I aspire to be, and that's what I've tried to push throughout this book. And I've tried to up my game every single issue. You know, finding that balance between positive and negative space. I've used a lot more blacks in this one than I did the last one. I had more in the last one than I had in the first one. I'm constantly playing with it. I'm constantly pushing the envelope with it. And, you know, not only that, but coloring, man. I mean, there's so much you can add to it with the colors. I mean, I've really tried to make London in this. We all know it's set in Victorian era London, then the Ripper murders. I wanted to put you in that time frame with the book. I wanted to bring you into it. I wanted London to be a character all into itself. I wanted you to feel dirty after you read the damn book, like you had just walked down a damn gaslit, just nasty ass. You know,
You gotta
that's what I've tried to do with this book, man. You need a bath after you read it.
Amazing.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
D, where's yours taking place? Because I know, are you going to be like planet hopping or galaxy hopping? Like, is there a focal point?
Yeah, so I'd say maybe a lot of it is there's a good chunk in space, just kind of like on the ships and bases and stuff, and then there's the planet hopping. Yeah,
okay.
And that's kind of like the one that you're like, oh, it's like Tatooine. That's kind of one of the focal points.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so,
Nice.
but that's the same thing. I've kind of Frank Miller. I use him to just inspire me about using the silhouettes and shadows, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been really trying to bring that out as well because so much can be done that kind of like understating it that way brings. I mean, really emphasize stuff instead of trying to add, you know, all the details that I kind of like to try to add, but sometimes it's not needed. And
Sometimes less is more.
yeah,
I mean, it really is.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can do those big splash pages, but dude, I have loved your progression that I've seen panel to panel on the stuff you've been posting. I mean, you've leveled up every single thing I've seen,
and
man.
up with you guys.
It's awesome to see, brother.
Thanks.
How far are you in with D?
Are
you finished with it? Or?
I'm just about there. I'm just finishing
Oh,
up.
man.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about.
So I'm kind of doing, I don't know if you said this last time we talked, Dennis, but like I'm trying to make sure the colors are consistent throughout now.
Right.
And then there's like
That's a biggie.
couple sections that are like pages. I'm just like making sure like that I got the characters down like for that tier, you know, like putting their characters down. So I want to do all you guys proud with that. So that's the other thing.
I bet you're hating that. You won't have that on your next one, will you?
Well, I'm loving it and hating it. I mean, I think it's really cool. I'm excited to do those pages, but then I'm also like extra nervous, you know. It's like because I'm like, oh man, I want to make sure I do them justice and then give them enough spotlight too. So it's kind of tricky.
So good.
Dude, all of y'all are not going to pop up in this issue, but before I get through the story arc, I'm going to have every single damn one of you. So just be looking. Dennis, what did you think? I've been wanting to say, what did you think about yours?
I gotta tell you, I showed my wife. I mean, she busted out laughing, and then she went and showed my kids, and my kid was all sarcastic about it. But I was tripping, dude. I was tripping. I was like, this is so cool. I'm like, how great is this? Like, such an honor. Dude.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. It was so cool. It's so cool.
That's Inspector. Inspector.
Yeah, right.
Y'all.
Inspector. Yeah, pretty dope.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
That's awesome.
I'd love to get like even all the Easter eggs too in my book. I'd love to continue them. Like like Jerry, if you
Oh
were,
yeah.
I had you running through Times Square. Like I want to get you in second book, like somewhere still either running or just another character in the back. Like
Yeah,
your
just have
story
me
still
running my
continues.
ass off there.
Like your story still continues. Like it's not just that. Like, your story will continue
Yeah,
for
I
like
got
all those
you.
little things. So
Right.
we'll
Just
see.
have
And
him
that's
waving to the
yeah.
breezes in the
Yeah,
background.
yeah. He like trips and falls, or he dies.
Yeah.
You could die. There you go.
Yeah, hell, kill the shit out of me, man. Don't let me run my life away.
No, I hear you. That fits me too. It's good.
What number Kickstarter is this for you, Cooley?
Oh, number 3.
So,
Number 3.
Number 3.
Okay.
I'm fun.
Is it? Do you always put the goal at 950?
No, on the first 2, I went 750. I went up a little bit because I had commissioned a cover on this one, and it's not even the exclusive. Chris Askham, he's from the UK. I don't know. Any of y'all read the Switchblade stories or picked them up on Kickstarter? Because
Switchblade. No.
yeah, he did Switchblade stories. But really interesting style. I loved his stuff, and I knew it would fit. He just had that. He's got that grit, man. It really fits my style. And he did an incredible cover. He did a color one, and then he come back and give me like a patina one that was kind of it was almost like a photograph from the time. You know how they had that kind of. That's the one I went with. I fell in love with that. It was perfect. It fit. And I couldn't, just like with Keith's is going to be the Kickstarter exclusive. I couldn't bear to put my banner over them, man. I mean, I didn't want to take away from the art on either one of them. So
I know how that feels.
both of them are virgin covers.
I think one of my Nate had did a cover for me for the Dyson Saga Part 1. That might just be like just that image on that cover.
When are we going to see that, man? When are we going to see that? We need more Nate. Like the internet, Instagram needs more Nate, and that's the thing.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, he's been quiet.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Him and Jack.
I've been loving the chibis. Those have been awesome.
Dope. Yeah,
those are fucking awesome, dude.
Those are the shirts a lot of people has found a lot of interest in them. So
yeah,
I was like, you know what, whatever. Let me definitely try to do this for the
who
Kickstarter.
Don't like chibis, man? I mean,
exactly.
Really.
There's so much that you can do with them. So I'm considering this.
I'm thinking about actually doing chibis of mine for stickers. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. You should definitely do it, man. Chibi shirt, chibi hat, whatever it is, man.
Yeah.
Stickers.
Yeah. I'm seriously thinking about going the magnet route for a stretch goal. I love them, man. I mean, I've got them on my desk on the metal parts. I actually got some with another campaign that I backed a while back and loved them, man. I thought it was a really cool idea. I'd never seen the magnets before. I've seen the stickers a lot, but that was the first time I'd seen the magnets.
Yeah. I think I got like 2 magnets. I can't remember who they're from. I think actually one might be from Indie Comics Dispatch.
Yeah.
And the other one I think might be from Sovereign Comics.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken.
See what's so cool to me about it? I mean, you put a sticker on something, it's done. A magnet, you pull it off. I mean, it's forever. You got it forever. Yeah,
you're right. Hey, Dennis, I got a question.
Yeah, man.
Where's Celestial Night at?
Still writing, scripting. So a couple things. One, just writing and scripting really before I gave a couple pages to my editor to finish. I went back and I looked at some of the pages I had printed. It has to be edited. There's a few more little mistakes I've seen in there. I'm actually showing Chris tomorrow the whole artwork, and I told him I need you to look at it from an artist's eye and see and point out any mistakes in there that he might see that I haven't corrected yet. So it's kind of in that editing phase, scripting phase kind of thing. I have the timeline in my head. I just hope everything works out. I talked to Chris today about what he's lettering and where he's at. So hopefully I can get mine in there, fit that in, because I do want it printed by a latest, obviously as soon as possible. But the next con, I have a con tomorrow, and then my next con I want to hit is in June. And I plan on going in June with books in my hand, where this one that I'm going in tomorrow is all marketing. So it's all just getting names, getting my name out there, marketing for the weekend, and selling some prints. But yeah, that's where it's at right now. I guess one of the things too, and I was kind of going to do a poll, but I wasn't sure. I was talking to Chris. It was my next project was I continue to issue 2, because that's really where I'm kind of my head's at right now. But at the same time, I have that book I want to do on Jason's brand, The Psychotic, because that thing's already light penciled out. So it's really just putting it onto paper, because I know that'll flow faster. But it's kind of just deciding which one I'm going to start next, because I definitely want to start in the next 2 weeks on some of those pages. So,
sweet.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
one in June.
The con that's tomorrow was the one I was hoping you guys would be able to make. That's the South Carolina Comic Con.
Yeah.
So,
Never heard shit back on that, man. I mean, nothing.
Yeah, so I'm going to roll in tomorrow by myself, and then on Sunday, Chris is going to join me. So we'll see how it goes there. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, dude, y'all, I hope you have a blast, man. I'd love to be there with you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll make it
Where's
happen.
the one in June?
The one in June, I was hoping to go hit a table, join Dan. I don't know the name of the con, but I know he had one planned in June. I was hoping to share a table with him. And then the ones in October are the one of mine that I signed up with Chris was delayed and actually got pushed back into October. So it wasn't
Is that
planned.
the one in Baltimore?
No, it's the weekend before Baltimore. It's in Charlotte here.
Really?
And I was like, and unfortunately, it got pushed back. And I'm like, it's literally the weekend before Baltimore.
Wow.
And Baltimore, to me, is where hopefully all of us end our year as far as conventions. Like, that was my hope, was that all of us can hit it and we can all at least, wrap up our year as far as cons go at the end of October. I know it's a hard swing because I think it's Halloween weekend, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So, but that was kind of my timeline, hoping that we could all meet up at least at that one, because that's the big boy.
Yeah, I was hoping we did another congregate.
Oh yeah, that was Chris mentioned it too, and I was hoping like we could have that maybe like a yearly thing, because that was dope, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew he said that he didn't receive the date or the okay for it yet.
Yeah.
So I told him, just let me know. Then I'll definitely make plans to try and come down there for it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
make it a yearly.
With everything that's been happening with me at work and everything, I haven't been able to like really sit down and schedule going to any cons or anything. So
I think Jason's
like, even
active.
the ones that
That's
Jason made it to. I was hoping that I would be able to make those 2 with him, but I wasn't able to do that either. So
yeah.
This year is going to be my weak year in cons, but I plan on making up for it next year. So
gotta get you out
we'll
here.
see how that goes.
No, we'll get you out here. Get you all out here.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's right.
Yeah, I was
big
really
drive.
hoping to hear back on that, man. That one lined up perfect with my schedule. You know, it's tough for me because I'm gone for 21 plus days at a time, and I mean, it's tough to find the time. Because, and usually, from what I've seen so far, that one would have hit perfect. I'd have been in for almost a week, and then boom, I could have did the con, and then I've still got over 2 weeks at the house. That would have been perfect. Everything that I've looked at so far, I'm either gone or it's either right there at the end of my hitch before I'm fixing to leave, and that just, hopefully we can figure something out where we can, get together this year.
It's a lot of planning. It's so much planning.
It is, man. That and just, getting everything to where you're going too. I mean, because the majority of us have to travel. You gotta print out all your stuff. You gotta have your books. I mean, it's tough. It really is.
Imagine planning to go to Australia to see the Aussie boys.
That would be awesome, though. That would be fucking epic.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there battle armor. I don't trust Australia. Everything's trying to kill me.
Oh god.
Full body armor.
Oh, hey, Nate and Jack are like the mayors So I think
They
we're
are the
good.
mayors.
Yeah, we're good. Well,
I don't know, man. So
it's a
if
crazy
he do
place. Either half the island's on fire and the other half is flooding, or vice versa. It scares the shit out of me.
yeah, man. Hell no. Mm-mm. As soon as I see a spider the size of a
No.
foot,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Forgot all
Try to
about
make
that, boy.
I
Hell,
think
it.
7
I'm
of the 9 deadliest animals in the world are in fucking Australia.
I'm good. Yeah.
Nah, man, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. We'll see. We'll definitely see.
That's insane.
How long is how long is it gonna take for you to finish your book, Jerry?
Man, I'm hoping to finish it up this time I'm in. I'm looking at the next couple of weeks, hopefully. If everything goes good, you know, trying to fit it in between shows and stuff. And hell, now my own show, you know. I did a show. I pre-taped one with a comic book rundown yesterday, and
Mm-hmm.
he's actually got 2 different. I think maybe one's a podcast and one's on YouTube, so it'll be on 2 different things. And I'm just waiting on the link to that to post it up. It'll air tomorrow night, so
You gonna run
I'll
the
have that
circuit?
out there.
You gonna run that
Huh?
marketing circuit? You gonna run the marketing circuit like the other boys did?
No, man. I'm kind of winging it, man. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm a people person. I've reached out to some folks, and hey, they were gracious enough to say, hell yeah, we'll take a chance with your country ass. Come on, you know. So yeah, I wasn't going. I'm a cheap son of a bitch. I'm not going to pay a guy to go talk to some guys about me talking with some guys. I'll just do it myself.
Well said.
That's the one thing I feel about when I was going through the Kickstarter. So I don't like doing live. That's the thing about me. Like I'm not a
Oh
big live
man, you
person.
kill it though. You
Dude.
kill it,
No.
Jerry.
Dude.
Fucking
I
Mister
just don't
Mister
like doing it.
Personality,
I was gonna
dude.
say, how is that possible?
Yeah, I've always been camera shy. Like I'm always I open up to the people I know, but I'm always quiet to everyone else.
Dude,
So
you
that's
got
just
that
always
old
been
you
one.
got that old Barry White thing like, hey, baby. You
Hey,
know? Just pretend like it's a woman you're talking to, Jerry. Just put that love on. Hey, baby.
I don't know about that.
I consider just doing this and just talking.
There you go.
Oh shit. Oh, I got you, buddy.
Because I said to myself, I had a whole game plan when I started doing the Kickstarter because it was like, I have a book out.
Yeah.
I was going to do like every week of the Kickstarter, I would do like a live and go through the first issue, The Awakening, go through
Right.
7 pages every week. Catch people up on a story, whatever, try and get people interested. People see my face, promote the Kickstarter. But like I said, 1, I got real busy, dealing with the stuff at work and everything.
Oh yeah.
2, I was just like, there was just those days I was just like, I don't want to be in front of this camera. Like, so.
Not today. Not today.
Yeah,
Can of corn.
No.
So it's just like it didn't turn out that way. So I'm happy with the outcome of the Kickstarter. I did a phenomenal job. Everyone liked me sharing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate everything. But I always say to ourselves, like, you have the ability to do better. We all have the ability to do better.
You get out what you
we
put
want
in.
to push ourselves. Yeah, exactly. And it's like how you always ask yourself, if I gave it a pure 100%, how much could I really do?
Right.
It always leaves you like with that outcome. If you did a live every week or every couple of days, talking about your story or your first 2 books, getting people into look like Jason does. That's how he drew in all his fans. He did a live.
He's really good at that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he just talked about his character, developing thing about his character, and it was just like he drew people in.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine you do that doing your Kickstarter. I believe you would bring a lot of, people towards your Kickstarter. Even like you guys who draw your own stuff, I feel like you guys got a great thing where you can literally do live draws.
Yeah.
Where your camera's more focused on what you're drawing and, you're just having conversations and everything. And it's putting your stuff more out there. So
that's one thing I plan on doing with this one. With what little bit of time I've got, if anybody jumps on those commissioned sketch covers, I'm gonna do those in live. Where people can actually sit there and watch me do it out. That was my plan behind that because I love pencils, man. I love traditional work, but it's so much easier with digital. I mean, there's so much bullshit you got to deal with transferring from traditional work to digital work. And I'm not even going to attempt to try and color this thing for real. I mean, as far as inks go or anything like that, hell no, man. I'm not touching that shit. I'm going all digital on the colors and everything. So it made sense for me to go digital, but I love traditional work. I mean, that's my bread and butter. I love it.
Yeah. Like even what Liv reading on the first Convictor book, it's like the fact that it's traditional. I feel like it definitely brings out a different feel
It does.
to the book.
It has a charm to it.
It brings out a nice, it brings out like a nice grittiness to it. That I feel goes very well with a book like that.
There's something you lose going digital. And I mean, I see it even with the older artists like Tony Daniels. He just now has started swapping over to digital. And you can see it. You can see the change in his work, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, the dude's a legend, but you see the change from the traditional to the digital, and it loses that grittiness.
Like in
It really does.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Good call.
It loses something. It really does.
Dennis, do you draw then write the script?
I do Marvel way. I'll draw it all out, and then
and
then script it. Yeah, and then script it. I mean,
really?
It's plotted. Like I already have the plot, and then it's like by scene. So I have the plot of each scene.
Same here.
Draw it all right, exactly. The old Marvel way, and then draw it all out, and then just go back and start fleshing it out. A lot of it, unfortunately, Team No Sleep. Even if I'm not drawing, I could be laying in bed and going over each panel in my head. Yeah. And then thinking, will I remember this tomorrow? Like, that's the thing, right?
I have got up in the middle of the night and jotted it down just so I wouldn't forget.
I know. I got to get to that more often because I'll literally be driving thinking, like, I got this panel in my head and then think, oh, I should have wrote this down. There's a catch to it.
Dude,
or a little
your voice recorder on your phone. I do that a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Or a notepad. Or a notepad on your phone.
Yeah. Either way.
Like there was certain like songs, and I was like, okay, and I would snapshot it like that song. Like there was a line that's not where. There's a lot of things I'm doing in this book that are like just different. Like there's a scene like when I start a scene, on the bottom is going to be like sound like the artist and the song, almost like a soundtrack to that scene. And that was actually like snapshotting it on my thing to be like, remember this is going to be scene 3. This is the song to it. Scene 4 in the combat.
I do the same thing. It's crazy.
Yeah. So just trying to freeze it and keep it in my head. Like, oh yeah, I did freeze it. It's in my photos. I got to go back and look at it. So.
That's cool.
You know what I do plan on doing, Dennis?
Yeah.
That I learned from you? No, because me and my wife, we're still fixing up the office, Now we're kind of making it half mine, half hers.
Yeah.
Originally it was all hers. Mm-hmm. But my wife also has like that thing that, like it's hard for her to fall asleep if I'm not lying with her in bed.
Yep.
So then I said, wait a minute. Hey, and I remember Dennis.
Yeah.
I said, I need a table in the bed.
Yeah.
Like a bed table.
I got one.
So while she's sleeping, I can
there you go.
100%. I'm telling you guys. I literally be like drawing. I'll reach over, just know I'm here.
Yeah.
Keeps that marriage going, man.
Oh yeah. I love you, baby.
Right.
Give a little pat. I'm right here.
But
I'm
yeah.
right here. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah, and the good thing, I can do most of my stuff obviously on my iPad, so I'm literally just
Right.
Mm-hmm.
got my little table there. The light doesn't bother her because it's elevated, and she's out like a light. So
Yeah.
I tell you that that's another thing I miss with digital. Even though I've got like a wait, can't see it right now. You're looking at about 16 and a half inches on my pad. I'm wanting to go bigger. I'm wanting the
yeah,
22 because I miss that 11 by 17, man.
I
I
know.
miss having that space.
That'd be cool.
It just
Hmm.
even though you can zoom in and out on your
It's not
screen,
the
it's
same.
just it's all up here. I guess I don't know. I did it the old way for so long. It's an adjustment.
Yeah.
Wait, so what size do you guys do your artworks on?
Well,
Like
my
when
Go
you're
ahead, Dennis.
drawing?
yeah, no, my template's 11 by 17,
Yeah,
but I'm working on an iPad, so my thing is like yo big. And
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
usually I'll just zoom into a panel, and then I'll do my panel almost as if I was doing a full page, and that's like a panel, like a splash page
Right.
is that one panel, and then I'll move on to the next. So I'll be honest, and I was going to ask this earlier. Anyone here formally trained? Because I feel like Dan is probably the
No.
most formally trained. Right. So like I'm not even close. So for me, I'm completely winging it. I'm sure I'm doing it half-assed, and trying to cover up my mistakes. But like I'm sure there's such an easier way to do all this stuff, and
Dude, we're
beats me.
all winging it. I mean,
Yeah.
even the professionals are winging it. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
There's still something to learn. D, you do it the same way? You do it by you do your artwork in 11 by 17?
Yeah, I do 11 by 17
Or
format, and then just put Dennis on my.
wow.
So I'm just zooming.
Okay.
That's why Dennis always goes, man, you draw so small. But it's like,
Yeah, right. I'm like, damn. But I understand. I
Yeah,
get it.
'cause I asked because of the whole confusion that me and Chris had.
okay.
Because I always told my artists to do it, do the artwork in comic book size. Comic book say like 7 by
Seven and a
11,
half
I
by
think it is.
10.
Whatever it is.
Mm,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what she normally does the artwork on. But
interesting.
then he was saying that was part of the issue of him doing the lettering for my book
Mm,
was that it was small. Normally the pages are done in 11 by 17,
Mm-hmm.
so I guess it looks more spacious. And then when
Yeah.
you shrink it to the comic book size,
mm,
it looks cleaner.
yeah.
So I was
I
like,
mean, there's several ways to do that. I mean, if you can actually digitally, you go in there, you do it 11 by 17, then you can format it to 7.5 by 10, then go back in and do your lettering after that and format it like, I think an 11 font works pretty good for me. I'm almost positive that's what I use over a 7.5 by 10 is an 11 font, and it shows up great. It's not too small. It's not too big. It doesn't look jumbled. And I mean, that's the way I go. Yeah.
okay. I learn something every day.
Hey, man, I'm making a point to learn something every day. I'm constantly trying new things and studying and hell, watching YouTube. YouTube has been a godsend on things like this. I mean, just simple things like different things on Clip Studio. I mean, luckily, when I first started fooling with the program, there wasn't much out there. I mean, you basically were kind of on your own with this program. But, in the past, say, year and a half, a lot of people have started posting things. And I've learned so much from these people just watching video.
Oh yeah, YouTube's a lifesaver.
Oh,
Hey,
God,
Jerry.
yeah.
Jerry, I'm going to jump off. I got to get ready for this
Hey,
con. My wife's wants me to
got
start
you, buddy.
packing. So, but
Hey, be careful,
yeah,
bro. Y'all have a
dude,
blessed one.
yeah, you got
Thanks
this.
so much for being on,
Yeah,
buddy.
you got this campaign. Just a matter of time.
Take it easy,
All right.
bud.
Later,
Later,
boys.
guys.
See ya.
Later. But yeah, I mean, I'm constantly learning, Jerry. I mean, seriously, dude.
I mean, like everybody's always learning something new.
Yeah.
Trying to improve their whole thing. It's so different when it's like you guys do the artwork and I do the writing, and then even like when it comes to my writing, how detailed I have to be in what I want and where I want it and everything. It's something that I'm still learning, even when the pages are done. Like one of the things that I've been trying to nip in the bud with me is trying to put too much on one page, like too much panels on one page, and that was one of like my biggest things. So I've been trying to, calm that down.
Find
So
that
you can
perfect
see
balance.
Yeah.
Let the art breathe, man. You don't want to crowd your art. You gotta let it breathe.
That's what I've been working on
Yeah.
too. you
Yeah,
put so much on
exactly.
the page, you gotta pull back.
There's so much. I'm a visual storyteller, and I'm always, even when I'm writing, like I'm writing one by myself. I'm doing End of Days, Ballad of the Damned, which is a prequel book that I'm working on with Matt Martin. He'll be doing the pencils on that, and hopefully I plan on having that on Kickstarter, sometime before year's end, and I'm planning on doing another chapter to this before year's end. But yeah, I'm maybe a third of the way into that, but I'm always thinking visually to get back to my point. And when I'm writing, there's so much you can do with just the art. I mean, really. I mean, you don't have to. I get it from your point. I'll describe what I want from the artist because I'm seeing it all in my head anyway, just like you do. You've got what you want in your head, and you can do a lot with just the visuals and cut back on the dialogue, and it's kind of symbiotic. They go hand in hand. I mean, really, you can say certain things, or you can show certain things. I mean, just the look on somebody's face is worth 50 words sometimes. The expression that they have, or just something as simple as that. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it goes hand in hand. If you put too much dialogue, and I've looked back at some of my earlier stuff, like especially when I was in high school. Dude, I'd have panels like fucking that. I mean, you got a short story in a damn page, Jerry, and I'm like, okay, well, I've got no room left for my art. What the hell did I do now? You know what I'm saying? And I learned a lot from that, and just studying other people's work too. Seeing there's so much you can do with just the visuals, but you as the writer have to convey that to your artist, and you just got to find an artist that can get into your head and take that and put it to the page. That page that I posted, it might have been yesterday, with the finished colors that Matt had done. That was page 1 of Ballad of the Damned. And I mean, okay, in the script, it's like this. But it was mostly descriptive, And I mean, the dude, he's reading my mind. He took it. If I'd have drew that page, that's what I'd have drew. I mean, we click. You don't find that often.
Yeah. I agree. Because even with me going with my artists, there's sometimes I have to take pictures of myself in a certain position, doing certain things, or maybe download an image from another book that I saw, something
give
like
him
that.
A visual.
Give them a visual, so they understand where I'm coming from, and then they're able to create that. So it's definitely a big learning process, and it's something that I'm constantly looking to improve more and more on. So,
I mean, hell, Matt's probably going to hate me by the end of this book because I'll put in, when I'm writing, the lighting. Like if it's foggy or dim lighting from the city, or I thought I would never be that guy, but I've become that guy. I've become Chris Claremont.
Oh,
They said he was super descriptive, and I was like, oh, there's no way in
you're that
fucking
guy.
hell I could have ever worked for Chris Claremont, but I've become Chris Claremont as a writer. Yeah, as the long bead of sweat runs down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey,
It's
fellas,
not that bad. I'm exaggerating, but
I gotta pop off, man. Sorry, guys, I gotta drop off here.
Dennis,
I be.
Always good to see you, man.
love you, brother. Take it easy, man. Have a blessed one.
Can't wait to
Hey,
meet
try
both
to
of you guys.
check. Hey, see if you try to check out the show tomorrow night. I'll try and bring you. I'll send you a link.
Okay, yeah, do that, man. For sure.
I'll do it, brother.
All right, see you guys.
Peace,
Later,
bro.
man.
But yeah, Jerry, I mean, I've learned a lot, you know, from my daughter. I mean, that's what she majored in writing and English. And dude, when I first started, you know, thinking about actually writing this book, it scared the living shit out of me, man. I mean, yeah, I had the big picture, I had the plot, I knew exactly where I wanted to go, but I mean, there's so many different roads. You know how it is when you tell a story.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
so many ways to get to that, and you got to keep it interesting on the journey. And that's what was really tearing me up. And that's her bread and butter, man. I mean, she lives for that shit, and she has taught me all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's amazing. It's like I said earlier. I would say, well, she'd be like, well, what do you want to do with this? I'm like, well, this is where I'm planning on going with this. Well, okay, well, what if this happened? I'm like, I never even thought of that. Yeah, that totally works, and that makes it way more interesting. Then you get all these little subplots going on within the big plot, and it's just it's amazing, man. It really is. I've learned so much
You
from
know,
her.
the funny thing about it, so, writing this book, it's me and it's three of my boys,
Yeah,
that are like giving me the ideas to do it. So they tell me all the things that they want to see, that they like, and it's
right.
my job to put it
Put it
all
down.
together,
I got you.
into the story.
That's
So
awesome.
it's funny that you say that, because one of the issues that I was like, yeah, guys, we eventually going to have a meeting about where the story goes afterward, because we know where it's going. But after the 3 Dices episodes,
There we go again.
the what's up, Dan the man?
Again, and the
There we
streak
go again,
continues.
dude. And the streak continues, man. Flip that
Yeah.
fucking camera around like a backwards baseball cap, man. Shit, dude.
You ain't got the hat, but you got the camera
Oh shit, I
backwards.
fucking
That's what the
forgot the
fuck.
hat, dude. Okay, I forgot my hat. Hold on, but I gotta fix this real quick. Hold on.
There you go.
All right.
But anyway,
That's
Jerry,
better.
the 3 things.
So the 3 things about it is that, so after the Dices saga, it's like, where do we go from here?
Right.
Like, there's still so much story that we have to tell,
Yeah.
and we know where it's going, but now we gotta get them there.
Right.
There's still a wall of characters that I'm looking at that haven't even been introduced. I feel like I gotta change my hat color now.
Hey,
What?
support them Astros, buddy.
There you go. That's right. It's opening today. It's opening day today, kids. So yeah. Anyway.
That's right.
Well, yesterday officially, but they opened
Yeah.
today. So, all right. I didn't mean to interrupt. Jerry, go ahead, man. Either one
Yeah,
of the Jerrys.
man.
Y'all talk. I'm gonna go over here.
Now, I was just saying that, there's a whole list of characters here that I have that I'm waiting to introduce into the story. A lot of them are going to have big roles in the Clinton story, the spinoff that I plan on doing. But they're also going to make their appearance in the actual Element story. So I'm going to have to sit down and talk with the fellas like, all right, so what's next? How are we going to get there? So, but like I said, I got 3 books left, 3 Dyson sagas to come to finish. And then, so I got time, but I like to start getting, to work on it as soon as possible. So I'm not crunching for time when we get to that point.
So, Jerry, how many books are you looking at going total for your full story?
Let me tell you, I have absolutely no idea. That is the God honest answer.
I got you.
Like that's
I got
like
you. No
you know,
fucking
like
clue.
you know why? Let me tell you why it is. Because originally, when we came up with the story for it, it
Yeah.
was made to be an anime. It was made to
Right.
be like an
Right.
anime.
I got you.
So
Yeah.
we were going through it episodes wise. Like this would be
Right.
season one, this would be season two, blah blah. When you're converting that to a comic book,
It's
it's
totally
like
different.
yeah, that's why I settled with most of my books are going to be like 34 pages. That's like
Yeah.
the number. If I got to go past it, then so be it. But 34 pages is always like the number that I settle on because I feel like there's so much information that I'm trying to
Right.
show, you know, plus the dialogue and everything. 34 just seems to be the right number of pages for me.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, I have no idea. Because remember, from Awakening, it still has to make a complete circle to come back to issue 0,
Right.
you know? So that's still quite a lot of people in between that have to be introduced before, you know, even getting to that point. So,
Okay.
yeah. So
I
I
know
have no
exactly
idea.
what you're talking about, and I know Dan does too. We've got so many characters we plan on introducing that haven't even been really mentioned to anybody yet. I've talked to some of you guys about it, and I mean,
Hmm.
it's just if you really just sit down and think about that, it can overwhelm the shit out of you. I've learned to just kind of put that in the back of my head and just take it an issue at a time and just let it happen organically.
You know what was the funny thing about it is, so I introduced a lot of characters, I want to say like in the beginning of last year or mid last year, started introducing random characters
Yeah,
that I had drawn out and created.
right,
And it was kind of like with the idea of I wanted people to know that I have so much of the characters and that they're already out there. Because, like people say, nothing's really original anymore. And it
right.
was like, I want to make sure my stuff is out there. So that way, when I come out with this, someone's like, oh, hey, you know, that looks like something I made or whatever the
Yeah,
case may be. It's like, yeah, here's all my stuff. It's been out here for how long? You know, I created these characters how many years ago?
right.
So, you know, it is what it is. If you
Yeah,
feel it looks like
exactly,
something you've
exactly.
drawn, then, you know.
I forget who even told me this, but anyway, I used to be worried about characters looking like other characters and this that and whatever. But they told me, hey, just tell your damn story. You know,
Hmm.
tell your damn story. If it's a if it gets enough steam to where somebody comes to challenge you, then worry about it. Just tell your damn story.
Yeah.
You know.
As long as it's not a blatant ripoff like the
Oh yeah, yeah,
Sword
yeah, yeah.
or
Unless
I
it's
don't know
just
if you
blatant,
guys.
you know.
Yeah. Like,
You got
so.
fucking Spider Man, but it's not Spider Man because he doesn't have the lines on his costume,
Yeah.
and his name is Parker Peter, and but it's not Spider Man. Oh yeah,
No,
No,
I
I
don't know.
mean, I don't know. I'm dealing with a situation right now where one of my characters being absconded with by so I'm dealing with a situation with that right now. So,
oh wow,
I mean, there's something to be said for that put your story out there and deal with it when you get there. Well, here's the thing. I'm dealing with it now. I've got
oh wow,
somebody who's put out a Kickstarter with a character that's really very on point with the character that I have. And
oh
so
shit,
I'm having to deal with that right now. So it's
ooh,
the person who's involved in that made the comment, well, there's nothing really original anymore. Jerry, you said that just a moment ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
yeah,
my response to that guy was, well, then if that's how you feel, I don't think you're trying hard enough. Okay,
right,
because no, it's me personally, like we're all trying to come up with something as original and unique as possible. That's
right,
why I have a Bigfoot
right,
who does fucking karate. Okay, you know what I mean?
yeah,
There's a method to the madness. That's why there's a Cthulhu who does kung fu, and that's why there's a
right.
chupacabra carrying a fucking shotgun in the next book, and and so on and so forth.
Ready
You
for
know?
that?
Yeah.
That's a mean
So I
little
mean,
looking little fucker, buddy.
yeah, that's right, dude. But I mean, like, like there's a cat on here. on Instagram, and this is, please know if you're watching this guy, if this guy is watching this in the repeat, this is not a knock, okay? There's a cat on here who has something called Taekwondo Donkey. It's a really funny concept, okay? And he's the, and yeah, I don't know if y'all have seen his stuff, but it's fun, it's cool. But he's taken, you know, like I did Bigfoot out, and then later on he came with Taekwondo Donkey. We've communicated a couple of times. Nice person. But he's done this whole, or they, I don't know, maybe it's a guy or girl, I don't know. They have done this thing where they've got they've taken like an animal and they put like a martial arts or a fighting form with it. So it's like Krav Maga and things like that. And so, and they had made, and somebody had said to me, had mentioned that to me, like, hey, is that coming close to what you're doing? I said, trust me, we're cool. You know, like that's a non-issue. But he found his formula. Like I'm working out my formula but it's not always going to be a this with a that type thing. In fact, I'm trying to not be formulaic in a lot of ways too. That's the thing. How do you find the balance? How do you find the, because you want to be original, you want to be unique. I'm talking to Casey on the phone a couple of days ago, and he's like, well, do you think that's too off the rails? I said, off the rails has got us where we are so far.
Oh, yeah.
Let's push this shit off the rails because, because that's how you do stand out. And, and so that's just my 2 cents on the matter. That's how I feel about it. Just push yourself as far as you can, push it as hard as you can. I don't know. Cause that's the kind of book I'm doing. It's not there's not a lot of typical in it. So we'll see, we'll find out in the next fucking issue if it's actually any typical or not, but y'all will tell me, let me know. Okay. All right. So anyway.
Well done, brother. Well done. I love what I've seen so far.
Well, thanks, man.
The thing about it is, so I was in a similar situation, but we didn't go a negative route with it. Yeah. So I have the elements. This other creator has elements.
Right.
Okay? I have, obviously, my main character's 4 brothers. They have the power of the elements. His thing, they have power of the elements, but there's differences. Like a lot of his characters are definitely like mainly like all like black character base. He has an Earth. I don't have an Earth or whatever and stuff. And at first, when I first came out and I saw him, I thought there was going to be an issue.
Right.
Sure.
It's like, I have the elements, you have elements. Like there's going to be a complication here. And there has been like mix up. People thinking that I was him or people thought he was me.
Right.
Like, which element it is and everything. But got to the point like we got to know each other. Like we saw how different our stories were. So we even did a collaboration picture.
Oh, cool!
That's cool.
His 4 with against his 4.
That's really cool.
We did a big piece on that, which was a beautifully thing done. Never had an issue with it. I was like, continue doing you, I'll continue doing me. He just recently changed the title to his books.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
So, so now it's called the Entities.
Oh, okay.
I think it's what he calls it now. So
that's what's awesome when you can be adults about the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I asked the guy, would you be willing to change your character's name? And he blocked me on Twitter. So we'll see how this goes.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So he's just a fucking prick. That's basically. Yeah.
Well, this stuff is in Kickstarter right now. And I'm like, dude, I've already shit my books. The reviews are in, people have them, I beat you to the punch. I had this idea a long time ago.
And he's still not backing down.
He goes, I had this idea a long time ago and sent me a screenshot of a text between him and his editor. And I'm like, that's great. Wow. Here's my copyright. I'm like, here's the screen grab of my first time putting it up on the internet with that character, and the timestamp is right there. I got you dead to rights. Well, what did he do? He blocked me on Twitter. So I'll figure it out from there. So campaign did pretty well.
Wow.
So anyway,
definitely killed it, man. So, killed it.
No, not mine. His is doing great, but but
yours did too.
Oh, mine did fine.
Yours is phenomenal.
Well, thanks, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and call it. You'll double on the next one.
You think? Okay, listen. If I double on the next one, I will get a Bigfoot Knows Karate tattoo live on Instagram. I'll pull a crit and do it. I'll pull a Christopher Michaels. and I will do
There
that.
you
man.
go, buddy.
Yeah, no, it'll
Get
go
over.
right behind this one over
There
here. It'll
you
go
go.
right behind this one right there. So,
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah. You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Now I've said this on other podcasts when they've asked me, if you double, what are you going to do? I said, if I double, I'll get a tattoo live stream. I have no problem doing
There
it.
you go.
No problem. That is fine by me. It'll be well worth it. It'll be a
Oh,
good 3
God,
hours
yeah.
of pain. So this one took me 3.5 hours of sitting on the table, and I was like, and they were like, this would be cool if it wasn't so boxy. I'm like, I want boxy, but so I sat there for 3.5 hours.
You want what you want. I mean, hell, you're paying for it.
That's right. And but anyway, man. So how is it going over here? You're at 562.
Dude, I haven't even looked.
562.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Badass, dude. With 23 days to go, what happened?
Don't even get me started. It's always something, man.
Dude, you know what?
Here's the kicker. I put 30 days down. I don't know what the fuck happened. No clue.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Well, dude, I'm proud.
I didn't even
proud
know you could do that.
Yeah, right. Well, no, apparently you can go 60 days. I've seen people do 60 days.
I've seen that.
I just saw a campaign that went for like 60 or 90 days, and I was like, "What the hell?" Like,
that was
what are you funding a militia?
My mind.
Yeah.
You're trying to fund a small fucking army for 60 or 90 days.
If our stretch goal, everybody gets what are those things? The MREs. Everybody gets MREs.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So,
no doubt.
If we hit 100 grand, everybody gets a pin for their grenade. Good luck.
Yeah, you definitely need a pin for your grenade.
You're gonna need a pin for your grenade. So but man, no, this is gonna go great, man, for sure. This campaign's gonna go great, and I love that. I love your Norman Rockwell cover, dude. I got the I got the early bird, so I got the shirt.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Who funded? Have you looked to see who backed first yet?
I haven't
wait
even
until
checked.
after. Yeah, wait until after you're done or something. But I'm curious to know. I think I got it, so I think I was number one.
I will let you guys know. I promise.
Yeah. That's always
I was so afraid to hit that backers report on my first Kickstarter because I felt like you'd only be able to hit it once, and then that's it. Like, you have to be ready to.
I was the same way the first time.
Hilarious.
I was the same way. I was like, oh my god, I can't look at it. And
Meanwhile, my
I'll
wife
never be able to see it again.
Yeah. My wife gets in there and she's all like downloading spreadsheets and seeing all this amazing shit.
No!
Going, what are you doing?
No.
You're gonna ruin it. She's like, oh no, I got all the information right here. Starts organizing shit and formulas.
It was not until I saw Chris do his live launch, and he was like, "Oh, first backers da da da." And I'm like, "Wait, how are you seeing that?" He's like, "Oh, I hit the backers report."
Yeah.
Wait, you can do that and not lose it? And he's like, "Yeah." And I think you have to wait till like the end of the campaign, and like you have to make sure you are ready to like take the information. He's like, "No, like you can see it through the whole thing." And I'm like, "Wow." Like,
he's all, you can do that and not lose it. It's like some sort of virginity game or something like that.
Yeah, you hit it and Madonna comes on in the background.
Oh my lord, that's too funny.
Oh
but
man.
Some dude had it live the other day, and I felt bad for him because he has a pretty good comic book that's out.
Who's
And it's called Bolt Saga. It's like an African
I think I
comic
saw
thing.
that. I think I've seen it.
But yeah, apparently he had gotten some advice from somebody and was like, he was asking about copyrights.
Right.
And, things like that, trademarks and everything to protect the stuff. And the person like kind of told him, just wait until like you're worth something or you're important enough that someone wants to steal your work.
Get it day
and
one.
now he's going through an issue where someone has taken the idea and trying to market it on their own and everything like that. So he's been going through a court case about it. So, and it's like that sucks. trying to deal with something like that.
Yeah, see,
But
a
I
lot of
hope he comes out
people,
on time.
I see a lot of people are still under the impression that the whole poor man copyright thing, where you take your ideas, you sell it up, mail it back to yourself, that don't hold
Mm-hmm.
up in the court of law anymore either. You better get,
Mm-hmm.
a damn lawyer, or at least, hell, it's not that hard. You just go
It
on
makes it
the
easier.
website and you can go through there and pick everything, download your stuff, you pay your fee, they send you your copyright, man.
Yeah.
Or if they
Well, that's a
have questions,
trademark for your logo, though. That's
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
yeah, that's
that's
trademark
different.
for a logo.
Right.
Copywriting artwork is a whole nother matter. So you better have your
Yeah.
timestamp and check.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the thing. Have
Yep.
your first drop of on the internet is like your poor man's copyright now. This puts it
Yeah,
out in the universe.
exactly.
So my advice to every person who has an Instagram account where they're keeping their timestamps and stuff, don't screw around. Don't do things like
Keep
stream
it.
with music on. Don't be a prick and flame somebody on their thread or anything like that. Anything that's going to get you kicked off Instagram, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's the moneymaker right there. That's your proof of
Yep.
concept right there. So don't
Yeah.
do anything to wreck your Instagram account is all I'm saying. You
Right.
know what I mean?
So, you saying that, so I want to say I'm up to 5 friends of mine
Hmm.
that their Instagrams got hacked.
Oh, it's
I've
happening
been hearing
fast
a
right
lot
now.
about
Mhm.
that, man. I've been
And
hearing a
it's not
lot of that.
even just, it's not even like just regular hack. Like they'll take over your account, they'll use your face
Oh, they're
Oh,
to
doing
wow.
deep
advertise.
fakes for
Yeah.
cryptocurrency, man. It's
Ex-
huge.
yeah, exactly. And it's
It
like,
has,
what the hell? Like, the first person it happened to was my martial arts sensei.
oh
Yeah.
wow.
And I
Yeah,
saw him
I
put an
remember you saying
Instagram.
something about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I
That's
saw him
fucking
put a post
crazy,
on,
man.
And then
and
the
he's
deep
talking
fake is
about it.
good too. They're good
Oh,
at it.
yo, like, I'm saying
It's
to him, I'm like, yo,
insane.
I could use $10,000 right now. Like, let me call my sister to see how legit. And thank God I called him, and he's like, yo, that's not me. They hacked my
Yeah.
account. And I'm like, no, wait. I saw
Hmm.
your face. You said that you did. He's like, no,
Hmm.
that's not me. They're using an app.
That's
And I'm like,
crazy.
wait,
Hmm.
are we there? That's where we're at now?
Oh,
Like, they can just
That's
do things like
insane.
that? Like,
a comic artist from Oklahoma that I know got pinched today with that stuff. Like he got there's a fucking video of him talking about, or no, not a video, just him, just a thing. But one of my graphic designers who works for me at my day job, he got
Yeah.
fucking he got his shit ganked. And man, that video was sound. I mean, that looked
dude,
like
Wow.
him. It was freaky as shit.
perfect, man.
That's
Like, and it's
crazy,
so
dude.
sad
Nuts.
because we put
I got
so
him
much hard
confused because
work in our account, and it's like, imagine someone hacks my account. I think I would cry. Like, I would shut the lights off, go in the corner, and just like sob because
oh
of
yeah.
all the hard work
Yeah.
you put into it,
Oh,
and now
no
it's just
doubt.
gone. And now you got to start from scratch. Like,
Hmm. I know. I got a cat who reached out to me today. Oh, it was over the post that you did. Somebody's got a dog.
That's me.
Okay. I was the post that you did promoting what we're doing tomorrow evening, Jerry. Some guy got on there and said,
Yeah.
"Hey, I found you. There you
I
are."
seen
You
that.
know.
I seen
Yeah, I
that.
thought that was really cool. I was like, right
Yeah.
on, man. So, yeah, his account got clipped for some reason, and he had to go. He's like putting his stuff back together again. That's tough.
oh
Trying to
man,
put back an account. I mean, if you
yeah,
got like
I couldn't
4,000
even
followers
imagine.
or something, E4 Jerry, you got like 4,000 followers. That'd be a tough thing to
yeah,
get back.
exactly.
Starting at ground zero. Oh, man.
Especially since I can only remember about 30 names at a time. Trying to find everybody
Yeah.
back again would
Yeah,
kind of
like,
me, I feel like shit.
That'd be insane. I'd pull all my hair out.
I mean, I just hit 2,500 followers here on Instagram like a little while
Congrats,
ago.
brother.
Thank you. And, I'm like, all right, let's go get them. I mean,
Chugging along.
but
Hey,
but I'm
I'm the
always-
lowest man on the totem pole here.
yeah, I'm always scared to say something like, hey, 2,500, person follower contest. Because the moment I do that, like 4 people are going to dump off on me
Yeah.
at
They're like,
24.96. Yeah.
yeah. It's like, fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
it.
So now that I'm in like the 2,600 range or something like that, maybe I'll maybe
Close
I'll
to
maybe I'll do, hey, the
2,500.
2,500. Yeah, maybe I'll
Yeah.
do it now. So
Sometimes I feel like we get to the point. It's like, honestly, do you even need that much followers? Unless your plan is to get to like the 10,000, 20,000, to the point where like Instagram would be paying you for
Yeah.
your followers, it makes you ask the question, does it matter? Because not all your people, not everyone that follows you is seeing what you're posting.
sure.
Right. What
You
is
know, with
it,
the
like
whole
10%?
algorithm thing. Yeah, like
If that.
10% or whatever and stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes you say to yourself, like, do you really need 4,000 followers? Or do you need like a strong 100, 200 followers that you
Right.
know are really following everything you do and interested in what you're doing and everything? So it kind of like, that's where I've been at with that, with those numbers, you know? So I don't know. I feel like everyone has just been kind of slowly moving to other platforms. Like I know the iPhone people have been going to something called Clubhouse.
They're
Oh,
close
wow.
to
Um,
that.
He is.
yeah, that's
I'm
been like
Android
a
folk,
big
so
thing. Me
Well,
too, you
you
know.
had a big migration to TikTok too. I've noticed that.
hmm
yeah.
Big
The
migration to TikTok.
I mean, I have a TikTok. I barely use it. I have a Twitter.
Yep.
I use that more than the TikTok, but less than Instagram. It's
Yeah.
I think that I don't know. Instagram at this stage is still treating me very well. I mean,
Same
there's no
here.
reason.
Same
Yeah,
here.
there's no reason to abandon it. But there is definitely good cause to find other platforms. And I mean, I should be engaging on Twitter more. I just don't like it. I don't like the user interface. I don't like how it works. It's just not for me. But like, there's some really
Right.
great folks on there. But it's also like the Wild West out there too. I mean, like
Oh yeah.
everybody's moody and angry over there, but I mean, and then same with Facebook, but everybody's moody and angry over there in the long form, so they can just really, um,
Yeah.
like, I mean, those Facebook groups with the indie comics Facebook groups and stuff like that, they're like ghost town. They're all ghost towns except for like two, and in the two that are out there, everybody just yells at each other. And just craps
Oh
on each
wow.
other, and I'm just like, I don't understand I don't even post in there. Like, I have a couple of them
Right.
saved, and I'll see things that come up in my feed when I get on Facebook, which is
Yeah.
not that often. And I'll see that, and I'll just watch, man, what the hell are you even trying for? I mean, like, people are just nasty to each other. And it's like, I just see this, and I'm like, you broken down bastards. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry you missed your opportunity, and it's not been working
Don't
out
have
for
to
you. But
take it
stop
out on the
crapping
world.
out
Yeah.
on everybody else, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you're taking the wind out of the sails before they've even got left the fucking dock. Like, be
Oh,
cool. Let
man.
people enjoy themselves and have fun. We're hobbyists, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? It's like,
Exactly.
we made a couple of books. It does not mean that we're fucking the original Seven at Image. You know what I mean? We're just trying to get our shit going
Yeah.
here. And so like, I want people, here on Instagram, everybody's very kind to each other,
Oh
and
yeah.
very supportive of one another. Even the people that I don't know that well. I'm more, they'll say something to me, I'll say something to them. Hey, this looks
Exactly.
good. If they ask me for a piece of advice, hey, this looks good, fix this, or try this, something
Right.
like that. That looks good. Just try and be supportive and give constructive
Yeah.
criticism.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be
That's
a
all you
dick.
That's
say.
it.
Don't be a
Don't be a
dick.
dick. Yeah, it's so fucking simple, But it's like, but over on Facebook, man, it's just like, God, you can hear them seething, this
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm just, I don't know, I'm just kind of tired of like the stupid jealous shit.
Yeah.
I agree, man.
Yeah,
I'm to the point in my life where I'm like, yeah, fuck the dumb shit. I mean,
yeah,
really.
My boy Bistro Media, he actually had it out with somebody because someone posted on the group chat a picture of a character he did. And, people was like, yo, that's great artwork, blah, blah. And, like, some random dude was just like, yo, how about you stop biting off of, like, Batman and Nightwing, like, blah, 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 get some real
Oh,
skills.
wow.
And, like, my boy from Bistro had to, like, come on. It's like, yo, pay no attention to, that narrow-minded idiot. Like, continue doing what you're doing. Like, your art was phenomenal, blah, blah, blah. Don't let anyone bring it down. This guy's a piece of shit. Obviously, he's jealous because he can't create what you create. Like, a whole bunch of, things. And it's like, what was the point in that?
Exactly.
yeah.
And
You know?
what I found, somebody that is constantly tearing somebody else down, they've got absolutely no self esteem whatsoever. That's how they build themselves up, is by tearing
Yep.
somebody else down.
You know,
That's
there's.
that's just my personal opinion about
I just, I want to. What did Peter Lawford? You know who that is? He was part of the original Rat Pack, okay? And not the original Rat
it.
Pack, the
Okay.
Frank Sinatra Rat Pack. You got Sammy and
Mhm.
Frank and Dean and
Yeah,
Joey
yeah,
Bishop
yeah.
and Peter Lawford, okay? Peter Lawford was the brother-in-law to John F. Kennedy, which is the guy who
Oh
got
wow.
Sinatra tied into Kennedy, okay? But Peter
Right.
Lawford was an actor. And Peter Lawford is talking to Frank Sinatra, and he says, Frank asks him for this big favor, and Frank goes, "Damn it, Frank! Peter says to Frank, he goes, "Damn it, Frank! All I want to do is just make movies and cheat on my wife. Is that too much to ask? You know, I mean, and I don't make movies and I don't cheat on my wife, but the sentiment is still there. You know, I just want to
Yeah.
make comics and have a
You
good
just want
time.
to make
Get
comics.
off my fucking dick. You
That's
know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah. So that was a
Leave me
long
the hell
Exactly.
alone.
anecdote to get you over to get off my dick. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Gotcha.
But anyway, but a little
I
historical
got.
fiction for you there. Yeah. All right.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Definitely agree.
100%.
Yeah. Just want to have fun, man. Just want to have fun.
And
So
I think I'm landed on that note.
there you
That's
go, bro.
perfection right there.
All
Icing
right.
on the cake, man. Hey, thank you guys for being on, man. You guys are awesome. Everybody, I don't know who all's still watching, but man, thank each and every one of you. This it's awesome just to have one person, to come in and back this book. And man, this was a childhood dream, and you guys have helped make that possible. And thank each and every one of you. Without you, there never would have been a chapter one. There never would have been a chapter two, and we'll see how it goes with chapter three. But thank you guys sincerely.
No doubt, man. Anytime, man.
Congratulations, dude.
Thank you,
Seriously,
Gotta
brother.
for
continue
for getting
promoting
this book out
content.
there, dude. That's badass.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks so much. And hey, I'll check back with you guys and let you know who got that number one spot.
Sure. I'll see you tomorrow.
Definitely.
I'll see you
Oh
tomorrow
yeah, we're
for
still on.
yeah,
We're still on,
6
bro.
p.m. man. Cool.
That's
Yo, when
right.
you do
Ready
that
for it.
live with Dan, just drop it in the group so we
Gotcha.
see that you're doing it. All
Gotcha.
right.
Gotcha.
All right, guys.
All
Have a
right,
good night,
fellas.
guys.
Have a
Be
blast.
safe, fellas. All right.
Have a blessed one. All
You
right.
too, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.